The one thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't today, and I'm going to do it tomorrow for sure, is that the All-Star Game's tonight at U.S. Cellular Field. I forgot to mention that I think that is the worst fans in all of baseball, the ones that jump out of that stadium and try to kill people. The Chicago White Sox fans are thugs, bums, pigs, idiots, drunks, lushes, and whores.
Yeah, but the one good thing is there aren't that many of them.
I love you, Neil. How are you doing today in Toronto?
I'm doing great.
Another lovely day up there?
Now.
No. I have to go to the DMV today, which is a lot like going to Cuba.
We'll have to postpone till Thursday the big expose you're going to do on Mo's new contract extension.
Yeah, Mo gets anything he wants around here.
Well, he's got pictures. Anyway, I want to ask you one thing, because you're talking heavy baseball with the All-Star Game coming up. In your life, since you're trying to whip up some enthusiasm and get a few extra people at the Marlin game, in your life, have you ever heard a more boring play-by-play guy than Dave Van Boring?
I actually have...
Wait, I can't believe that you're waffling.
No, I actually have not.
He's got a bad hairpiece, but beside that, he's got a beautiful wife.
When I was with my father the other night, who is excited to talk to you tomorrow, everyone here loves him. I said the other night we were going to a game, and I was like, "Hi, everybody, Dave Van Horn. It's another night of all of the." A guy could have 5 errors, and he's still doing a great job.
It's up, and away. I mean, Bob Prince is rolling over in his grave.
You better believe it, the gunner.
Oh, my God, it's unbelievable.
I can't. Like, I've been blessed to listen to some of the greats. Like, I was saying last night at dinner, like, I used to listen to Kurt Gowdy call a game, like, impartial, and then you get the guys here that'll do it, and they just absolutely crow for the home team. It's torture. He's like Lanny Terry in Pittsburgh. He's so scared to say anything bad about the Pirates that Randall Simon wasn't even mentioned when he was beating that chick.
About Prince, as partisan as he was a real homer, but when one of the players would play for crap, he would rip them an ass. Do you remember Rennie Stennett?
Yeah, of course.
He was all over his ass. He ripped him an ass.
We were talking about Dick Hoke, and we were talking about Clemente, Don Hoke, and we were talking about every guy. Bob Friend. We were talking about all of the players.
The Deacon, Elroy Face.
Hal Smith. We even were talking about
Smokey Burgess.
Smokey Burgess.
Dr. Strangeglove, Dick Stewart.
Honus Wagner.
Bill Mazeroski.
And remember Hal hit the home run before that.
Bill Verdon.
Yeah, Billy Verdon. And he did a lot with him through the years. He's still, I think he was one of the bench coaches through last season.
Bob Skinner.
Hey, they gave Lloyd McClendon a new extension.
Dave Parker used to snort up the chalk on the first baseline.
He used to sell really good uppers, too.
Did he? I bet he did.
Hey, listen, I got to go to the DMV.
Wait a minute. Give me an answer on Dave Van Boring. Come on, I don't want you leaving waffling. You're starting to sound like Duff now.
No, I said he was. I think he's a homer and he's boring.
And we had Joe Angel here, who really was like a part of the team. He was exciting, he was enthusiastic, and they screwed him over.
I actually like Boog Shambi. He's very nice to me, and he seems like a cool guy.
Boog's a good guy. He's one of the few people we really like.
Yeah, we're gonna have a contest. Who can get laid first, Clarence or Boog?
Hey, maybe we can fix the two of them up. What do you say?
The Beast is on vacation this week, and we have footage of him at home eating Cheetos. He's on his 14th bag, and he drinks milk with it.
I like weird. If the Beast is out this week, maybe a Boog can fill the gap for Clarence.
Yeah, it turns out the Beast is flying first class to Boston tomorrow. His dad paid for everything.
Yeah, he's a spoiled rich kid.
He lives in Fisher Island.
Don't forget what I told you. Take him to lunch one day, give him a couple of brews, and he'll spill the beans.
What do you think of Howard? What do you think of him pulling out of our golf outing with a blood disorder?
That's another thing. I'm so glad you volunteered that. See, I'm not the one that brought it up, folks. Pharrell volunteered it. This is a guy who's always talking about the wonderful things we do for charity, blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, he stiffed Goldie on that golf tournament that he takes so much pride in and does a lot of work on. He raises a lot of money for it. He stiffed him on that, and now he's stiffing you on your golf tournament?
Yeah, and I'm raising money on Thursday nights. I'm waiting tables at a cheeseburger joint in Coral Springs. We're giving all the money to breast cancer.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm trying.
And he stiffs you.
Yeah. Did you ever know there was a one-armed outfielder?
Really?
Yeah, but see, the only guy I remember
there was a one-armed pitcher.
Yeah, that was Jim Abbott through the no-hitter at Yankee Stadium. We were talking about Eddie Goodell and the midget or whatever.
Right.
But somebody said yesterday there was a one-armed outfielder.
Somebody said that?
My dad.
Yeah, it was your dad.
I just, unbelievable. And did you ever go to Sportsman's Park in St. Louis, Neil?
No. I've been to Sportsman's Park Racetrack in Chicago.
Oh, so have I. That was a great
Washington
place.
Park.
Have you ever been to Bay Meadows?
Someday I'll tell you a great story about my shortcut to a Sportsman's Park in Chicago down Cicero Avenue, but we don't have time for that.
Cicero's a lovely neighborhood.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
You can get some good Vienna dogs there. Now,
it was all torn up, and we were like...
Have you been to Bay Meadows?
It kept getting darker and darker and darker.
Have you been to Bay Meadows or Del Mar, Santa Anita, Hollywood Park?
I've been to Santa Anita.
Did you like Santa Anita?
And I've been to what the hell do they call that track in Sacramento? What is the name of that thing?
Sacramento?
Golden Bear in Sacramento.
Did you ever go to?
I love Sacramento.
Did you ever go to Churchill Downs?
No, I have not.
Now, you've been to, obviously...
I'm more of a harness racer.
Have you ever been to the Belmont?
You ever been to Hazel Park?
Hazel Park, I've
Ever
heard
been
of.
to Jackson Harness Raceway?
No.
Ever been to Pompano Park?
I've been to the Meadows.
I'll tell you one thing. This coming season will get you up to Pompano Park.
I would like that. You know, I'm big on anything that has the potential to wreck with wheels.
You and Mo and Fat Rich and I will plunge our guts out at Pompano Park. We'll bond up there. We'll straighten this whole thing out with Mo yet.
I guess you won't be watching the All-Star game tonight.
No, I will not.
But you will eat 7 Klondikes today.
No, I will not.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No more of that crap.
You love sugar.
Hey, I got diabetes, man. In fact, I got to go for my blood test right now.
He's going to, what did he call it? Is anacologist? I never even heard of a doctor.
He's going to his anuscologist.
When he was lying to me this morning, I was just like looking at him going, you prick.
Yeah.
How could you do my dad like that? My dad was going golf, and I set up a golf round.
You were ragging on me last week for, trying to tell you who your friends should be.
People that pull out of my golf rounds,
and yesterday I give you credit for being this guy's one friend in a whole goddamn place, and now
I'm the only one that's nice to him.
You've had a falling out. Is that what you're telling us?
He's talked about ramming the high hard one into my father's wife, my mother, who passed away with breast cancer in front of me.
Nice, lovely.
I mean, that's about as nice. I always said, Howard, if you want to dance with me, I'm going to take your wife and daughter out first. And believe me, I can cut your throat. There's a lot of people that don't like me, but I don't do that. I'm nice to the guy. Then he pulls out of my golf outing. I hope he gets a real blood disorder, and you know what I'm talking about. I hope they find something in his blood, clogged arteries, and his heart collapses, and he has
Have a good time at the DMV.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mr. Friendly.
Crap you can unwrap. All the slime all the time.
560 WQAM is proud to announce Howard David is dead.
Hey, they killed Howard.
Forget about it. Consequently, after days of intensive shock therapy, management emerged with a brand new lineup for the vacationing Howard David. Starting tomorrow, wake up with the Joe, Mark, and Son Show. Radio the way it was intended to be, with periodic sports updates by Gildy. That's the Joe, Mark, and Son Show, now on 560 WQAM.
10:08 at 560 WQAM. Happy Tuesday to you. I feel like I worked yesterday, you know.
Why's that?
I just do, because I bailed your ass out. You were dying on the vine. I happened to be sitting here working my brains out, just working feverishly over my DCS computer.
Sweating.
And punched up the thing on cue, and you're like dying over there. So I bailed your ass out. Had a tremendous response on that poll, and you do understand why, don't you?
No. Why?
Because it gave the audience an opportunity to rip Mo an ass again.
Oh, was that it? I didn't even put him on there.
Well, you didn't have to. Which of these events will happen first, George asked yesterday. Pharrell moved to the 6 to 10 slot, which is, of course, a very pro-Pharrell and anti-Mo vote. And now you don't have to worry about that, folks, because now they hate each other like poison. That didn't take too long, did it? No. Although we don't want to be ripping Mo too much, because in spite of all of his denials, in spite of his golf games and everything.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you know that. Make no mistake about it.
I'm listening.
Pharrell moves to the 6 to 10 a.m. slot, 561. Pharrell loses the station's license, 126. Aliens will come for a visit, 93. The ice caps will melt and kill us all, 93. An asteroid will hit and kill us all, 77. Jeff Rimmer will pay for a meal, 69. Never happened. Ain't gonna happen. That should have been way down on the bottom. And quit ripping the Rimmers, will you please?
No.
I'm sick and tired of those psychotic phone calls.
No.
George stopped sounding gay, 51. That will never happen either. U.S. ends its occupation of Iraq, 41. Eric will croak, 26. Now, why did you put that on there?
Eric suggested I will croak, meaning whoever votes. But I didn't think it translated well, so I just changed it to Eric will croak.
Eric will croak. Okay, 26. I think I voted for that. Carlos gets his life together, 25. That also will never happen. And peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians, 12. Okay, out of almost 1,200 votes yesterday. Not bad for the middle of July. Nobody's in town. Pretty damn impressive. Oh, and I don't, let me forget, on Thursday, since we already did the Dave Van Boring thing, although he was pretty weak in his attack on Dave. He must have the hots for his wife. But at any rate, on Thursday, I have to remind him that that'll be appropriate anyway, because the following Thursday, a week from this Thursday, what's the date, 24th?
Yes.
Is going to be the ratings. Not just another trend, but the spring book.
Oi!
That's right. April, May, and June, the spring rating book will be out at 1 o'clock on Thursday the 24th. And that'll be, and the pressure's all on yours, Scott. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but the ballpark's all in your ass now, man.
Right. But
It's
we
all
do
on
have
him.
to wait for the hourlies.
Well, I understand that, but at least in the beginning, for example, if there's a spike up in the morning, we're going to know what that's all about. It sure ain't going to be the mole miser.
Absolutely.
And if we have a spike back in the midday, it's going to be because of the fact that we're back following with a real lead-in and also back intended to where this show belongs. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The sweet spot.
So June, because, very honestly, April and May were mediocre for the whole radio station. I don't want to mention any particular time spots. But there are certain day parts that could use help.
I'm listening.
Okay, just calm down. Put it back in your pants. Quit scratching your scrot. Talk about a dirty old man. This is the guy when he first came in. You remember how, we were filthy and disgusting and everybody else just was a disgusting place and yada, yada, yada.
I got scrotum itch.
And yeah, that's what he's talking about on Friday with Pharrell.
I got scrotum itch.
Yeah, scratching his nuts. Although at least now we got him to admit it. That he's running around in front of everybody, picking dingleberries out of his butt and scratching his nuts. Classy guy, Mo, all the way. Got some very bad news for the audience. Very bad news. Beginning next week, longtime South Florida radio personality Greg Budell will become morning host of the Crystal Radio Group's Adult Standards WJNA. He and newsman Dave McBride will be heard weekday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. in Miami and West Palm Beach. He's taken the spot that Ranieri had, and then, of course, Mike passed away, and they had Mo and Sally filling in.
Who?
Mo and Sam. Oh, my, you know something? I never even dawned on him. Mo and Sally. And they thought one Mo in the morning is enough in the market, okay? So they had to get rid of Mo. You Mo?
No.
Mo and Sally did a great job filling in, but unfortunately, we wish them well, they said. And Budell was most recently at Light AC WLYF, Miami's morning show, playing slush music. He arrived, it says, here in South Florida in 1979. Like a bad penny, he keeps going away and showing up again. Keeps going away, threatening he's never going to come back. And by the way, Greg Budell, everybody hates you. I just want to remind you, I don't want you to feel bad or get paranoid again.
Greg hates you.
Even our Greg Reed hates Greg Budell. So we wish you all the luck in the world, Greg, but don't stick around too long. A rumor was that he might be auditioning for Country Kitchen again in Hollywood.
As a singing waiter?
As the singing waiter at the Country Kitchen. In fact, my mother slept over there with my aunt and John a couple of weekends ago. And said the one thing they missed was Greg Budell as the singing waiter at the Country Kitchen on Sterling Road in Hollywood. Come on, Greg. Everybody has his calling. 10:13 at 560 WQAM on a beautiful Tuesday, man. It's just phenomenal. Now, you don't really think I'm going to take that call in Naples, do you, because it's on line 6?
Retire!
How did I know that? Huh? Right off the bat. You know, for years I've been telling you about the health benefits of Oleomed because the stuff really works, and that's why I take it every day. Not just ordinary olive oil, but it's super concentrated, loaded with all kinds of good stuff for you. Oleomed in your puss every day can help reduce the risk of heart disease, high cholesterol, and there are 14 different Oleomed formulas you can choose from, each one combining the best, the purest olive oil that you've ever smelled in your mouth with all kinds of good stuff for you. That's right, vitamins, minerals, herbals to support specific health needs, from your bones to your blood pressure to your immune system. Just pick out the formulas that are right for what you need. Now there are 3 new formulas, one to help you sleep, one to help you control that weight, and CoQ10 for your heart, too. Pick up some Oleomed while you're out schlepping and shopping around today at Publix, Eckerd's, Walgreens, Whole Food Markets, Navarro's, and Sedano's, or order it online at oleomedamerica.com. If you want more info, call them toll-free at 1-866-OLEOMED. That's 1-866-653-6633. Pick up some Oleomed today, and for better health, start popping it in your puss right away.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
No!
Neil God.
Clear Channel wants you to show your support in our rally for Pax America. We'll be scheduling one in your town soon, so call your local Clear Channel on the corner and sign up now. All 50 of you will be supplied with our handheld patriotic signs of aid, and will be invited to enjoy our Texas-style Christian barbecue while flipping off liberal dissenters. The festivities will be capped off with a community book-burning bonfire. All you have to remember is march forward in lockstep. And don't blink your eyes. Hey, what? You blinked your eyes. Be a patriot, not a liberal book reader. The talented Phil Henry was once one of those. So we took him downstairs to the quiet room.
We're aware that you're a nice guy, Mr. Henry. I was a nice guy myself once.
Yeah?
Oh, I had my share of liberal views in the past. And I found out, Mr. Henry, that The world is a school of business.
Are you sure?
There is no need for free thought or creativity.
Yeah, but let me say something first.
There is only a need for Clear Channel, General Electric, Halliburton, Bechtel, Amoco, Chevron, and Shell.
Okay.
From now on, Mr. Henry.
Yeah?
You will make all your perverted characters liberal dissenters.
Okay.
Because, Mr. Henry,
Yeah?
you're on radio, dummy.
All right.
I'm listening.
10:18 at 560 WQM. Happy Tuesday to you. Okay, we got 2 polls today. That's the poll 1 is already up there. Okay, and I'll tell you something else that's already up there, and that is this,
That?
and that, and these is and them is our hot couples contest. We screwed up, or you guys screwed up yesterday badly. But I also screwed up a little bit because I was consorting with you on the air in and out throughout the show yesterday, and I also forgot. Yesterday we were supposed to have the pictures of the 4th and final hot couples contest up there for you to vote, and we screwed up bad, didn't you, Beaner Boy? Who says that it was Eric that done it?
Right.
Isn't that what he said?
Yeah. That's what he
It
said.
doesn't make any difference. It's the middle of the summer. We don't really care. So what we'll do is we'll just extend the voting for a week, and we'll do it next Tuesday. We'll declare the winner.
Right.
Don't you think that's fair?
Why not?
Well, no, I mean, because we're advertising that we're going to have a full week for people to vote on, and there's plenty of votes, so there's over 100 votes on there already, which we'll get to that momentarily. And the first prize winner in our Hot Couples contest, this is the last one for the present whatever, gets either a 3-day, I beg your pardon?
For the time being.
For right now, till we get some more crap to give away. 3-day, 2-night stay for 2 at the Royal Oasis Resort and Casino in the Bahamas. That would include round-trip airfare on Lake Air, or if you prefer, 3-night, 2-day stay for 2 at Hedonism 2 or 3 in Jamaica. And this one includes transfers, food, drinks, gratuities, entertainment, but no airfare. You pick whichever one you want if you're the winner. And then the second place, the runner-up couple, gets whichever prize you didn't pick. And third place gets dinner for 2 at the prestigious Pizza Loft for free. Unlike some people that pay only 50%, but for free. So we got a good response. We got 18 couples on this 4th and final one, which is spectacular. By far and away the biggest response.
Right.
And it's a pretty good battle, I would say.
We were dubious, too, at the beginning of this one.
What do you mean by that?
Oh,
that
we
would get any
slow
response?
starting on this
It was
last
very
one.
slow starting, but and we got a real good battle. Maggie and Tom, who got a lovely breast there. Maggie and Tom, 32. And Aaron and Brandon, 28. How do you like that for a horse race right off the bat?
Right.
Now, Alexa and Mandy have got a dozen. Natalie and Adrian have got 9. Rich and Cheryl, who were in once before and didn't do too well, but they got 7 now, so they're off to a better start. Brett and Daniel, 4. What did I say? Danielle?
Whatever.
Michelle and Rick, who seems a little bit tied up at the moment, they've got 3. What is that? Yanette and Peter? Am I saying that right?
I don't know. Everything is loading really slowly here in the building today.
Yeah, that's got 3.
So we can't...
Adriana and David, 2. I don't need you to... I'm just asking about the names. Brittany and Greg have got a pair. That's not Greg Budell. Raquel and Donovan have got a pair, although we can't see them. Eileen and Ben have also got a pair of votes so far. This is just the earlier going. People discovered that this was on there. Maureen and Bill have got 2. Lori and Mike have got 1. Boy, this is going to be a job, you know. Kimberly and Bob have got 1. Yvette and Nelson have got 1. Marie and Michael don't have any yet, and Doris and Kevin don't have 111 votes already out of people who just discovered that it was on there. Now, as I go back to my page, and I see what I've done to myself?
No, what?
Well, no, now we're slowed down badly because now everybody's taking and wants to see the pictures, including the breasts. They want to see whose breast by... now see, I do this to myself all the damn time. Oh, damn it. Okay, here's poll number 1, which it wasn't up there yet anyway, last time I checked. There it is. It says the poll is down. What's Eric's problem up there? Is he having a little bit of a problem getting it up this morning? Is that it? Or maybe he died. Here's poll number 1. Who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? See, now, he's supposed to put, like, obsessed, either underline it or put in big... Not a really great job. That may be my fault, although I think I underlined it right here in front of me. Who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Phil Henry.
Are you sure?
Mo Howard Davided.
Absolutely.
Joey Reynolds. Miss Matt Drudge. Steve Kane or chronic caller Dennis. Those are my choices. I thought that's a pretty good list of 6, don't you? I may have left somebody off of there.
My vote's on there.
And you voted for Mo? No, you voted for Joey?
No, I voted for Mr. Ego.
Oh, because I see there's 3 votes on there already, and the poll isn't up yet. Let's go, Eric. Let's get with it, because we got another poll at noon that we're going to be building during the show today, another movie-related poll. Oh, not movies again. Yeah. Here's Hillary, the Hillary book. See, I don't forget a thing.
Sorry.
Listen, I got to hurry because we're only on till 1 o'clock because 1 to 2 we got our summertime 1 to 2 hour, which you didn't take full advantage of yesterday, schmuck.
All right.
No, I think that's a good idea.
That's an excellent idea. What are you talking
And
about?
let me tell you from a selfish standpoint, not just copping out on the last hour, but also, since I'm not going to be doing Wednesdays till the end of August, when the hell am I going to be able to play all this good stuff that I've been working feverishly to put in my computer here?
That's right.
All this good lost treasure.
Not to do technical talk on the air, but
This lost booty.
People have been commenting, is your microphone or overhead hotter than normal today? Because the echo is hotter than normal today.
Who, me?
Yeah. So we've tweaked everything on this end that we can.
Yeah.
So that only leaves you.
So what does that mean? How about now? You're a little bit better?
Okay, a little bit better, yeah.
There shouldn't be any echo. I can
I know,
turn
there
the
normally
overhead
isn't.
down just a little bit.
Right, there you go. That's better.
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, much. Thanks.
Okay, well, it's just one of them things. Okay, here's the Hillary book. What do you mean people have been talking? What does that mean?
Well, like during the crossover with Pharrell, people poking their head and like, hey, is there an echo? And, yeah, we hear it, but, you know.
Hey, get the hell out of our lives, okay? Don't be poking it in our studio, okay, in your head either. Get out of our face. They're a hot one to talk about technical crap. I got a better studio here than you got that you're sitting in right now down there in that high-paid radio station of yours. Give me a break.
We're jealous.
So page 3, we're almost finished with page 3 of the million-plus selling living history, Hillary Rodham Clinton. It's a long paragraph, too. When she graduated from high school, my mother made plans to go to college in California, but Della contacted her for the first time in 10 years and asked her to come to live with her in Chicago. Della had recently remarried and promised my mother that she and her new husband would pay for her education there. When my mother arrived in Chicago, however, she found that Della wanted her only as a housekeeper and that she would get no financial help for college. Heartsick, she moved into a small apartment and found an office job paying $13 for a 5.5-day week. Once I asked my mother why she went back to Chicago, I had hoped so hard that my mother would love me that I had to take the chance and find out, she told me. When she didn't, I had nowhere else to go. Oh, isn't that sad?
I didn't hear a word of it.
Why not?
It's
you have your
becoming like
fingers in your
sports
ear?
talk. My brain just tunes it out.
Okay. But you're missing a golden opportunity. You're saving like $30. And you don't have to go out there and add to the million books that she's already sold, and God only knows why. Well, look at how slow this thing's reloading now, because they're all like checking the hot couples out there. Well, that's okay. That's good. That's a good sign.
Damn good.
That affects Eric, too, like when it comes to putting up the poll and stuff.
I beg your pardon?
That affects Eric, too, when he's putting up the poll.
Oh, then I don't be making excuses for him. Otherwise, I'll have to tell him the horrible things you said about him before the show this morning.
Oh, don't do that.
God, don't be making excuses on the air. Yeah, even Pharrell there surprised me this morning. I know he was in a hurry. He had to go to the DMV or whatever, but, come on, get serious. All the people in that building, that's one of the reasons this show is so highly listened to, is because this is the one show where we don't pull any punches, okay? We don't beat around the bush. We don't stick up for losers, for assholes, any stuff like that. We just tell it like it is.
Except for Rimmer. We don't talk about him.
The hell we don't. The only reason I don't talk about him is because it always encourages him to call me. In fact, I'll tell you, next time I get a call from Rimmer or his wife bitching about what you said about them on the air, I'm going to give them your home number. How do you like that? They can call you they can call you and bitch your ass up.
Fine, I don't answer that phone.
Okay, who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Mo Howard David at 3, Chronic Caller Dennis 2. There's only 8 votes on there so far. And maybe because they're having a difficult time getting on the damn thing, like I'm, it's almost impossible. Everybody wants to see those big smiles on the faces of our contestants. You see Rush Limbaugh is going to be doing football now?
No.
Sad.
Pathetic. See, one of the things that they'll discover, and I don't think it'll take too long, the same thing happened with Dennis Miller, although Dennis Miller was just boring. I mean, terminally boring. But even more so with Limbaugh is that he's a big pompous right-wing asshole, and when you put somebody who's politically oriented on something that's supposed to be an entertainment or sports entertainment thing, you're already alienating tons of people. Yep. So anyway, ESPN has hired Rush for an analyst job on Monday Night Football. On the Sun, what is this? No, I'm sorry. He missed out on it last year. The second paragraph's where it's at. Boy, this is in the Herald. It's a piece of crap article, which you'd figure. Oh, it's by Barry Jackass, no wonder. Looking to spice up a show that lost its marquee member, Bill Parcells, to the Dallas Cowboys, ESPN has hired Limbaugh as a weekly commentator on the Sunday NFL Countdown pregame show. This is not a publicity stunt, Limbaugh, who debuted September 4th, said on a conference call with reporters, I'm doing it because I love football. I'm looking forward to it. Monday Night Football was a genuine pursuit. Didn't work out, so now he's going to ESPN. And he'll knock the ratings down on the pregame show because people who hate him like poison, which is a lot of people, most people with a brain, they're not going to watch it. They'll watch somebody else's pregame show. How do you like that, eh?
No way in hell I'd watch that guy.
No,
and I'll watch Fox. I'll watch Fox for sports, but not now.
Not with that asshole on there. Piece of crap. First of all, it's not on Fox. It's ESPN, which is ABC. But anyway.
Even worse.
Here's Plantation. Hello.
Hi, Neil. I've got
Yes, sir.
a question for your poll and 2 questions.
Yes.
Okay. How about the Reverend Jones?
How about him? Is this him?
For your poll. Jealous?
Is this him that calls
No, this ain't
15 times? Okay.
This is another chronic.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you what Randy Rhodes' numbers were
Randy Rhodes' numbers were in what?
on the Nielsen ratings or the Arbitron.
I have no idea. First of all, the books haven't come out yet, and secondly, we never get the Palm Beach numbers, so she doesn't show up in Dayton Broward.
Okay. One more question real quick. What was that movie? I don't know the name of it, but you were talking about it, about where they made this black guy, they put his head on a curb, made him open his mouth, and kicked his head in it.
Oh. Anyway, like I said.
American History X.
Oh, there was actually such a movie?
Sure. Ed Norton. Good movie.
Oh.
Gripping. Chilling.
I didn't see it. I don't want to know about it. 20 votes on a poll so far. They're all busy with the pictures. Mo Howard David at 9, Chronic Caller Dennis 4, Miss Matt Drudge 3, Steve Kane 2, Joey Reynolds 1, and Phil Henry has only 1 so far. Now here's the poll we're going to be doing starting at noon. I have the feeling that, like, I'm on third base and the rest some of the other participating members in the cast, like Eric, are like halfway down the first baseline. That's okay. He's under a lot of stress, with those pictures. Canadians vote Bush least liked president. How do you like that?
All right.
U.S. President George W. Bush is the most unpopular American president in recent memory among Canadians, with more than 60% saying that they have an unfavorable opinion of him, according to a new poll by Environics Research Group Limited. Relations between Mr. Bush and Canadian Prime Minister Jean Chrétien have been strained over the U.S. decision to invade Iraq, but among other issues, most Canadians blame the American president for worsening climate, et cetera, and so on. Let's see, what are the numbers? Of those surveyed, 62% said they had an unfavorable opinion of Mr. Bush, including 37% who said it was very unfavorable in 1991. About two-thirds of Canadians said they had a favorable opinion of Mr. Bush's father, George Bush, or Herbert Walker, et cetera, and so on. How do you like that? Despite a rising tide of anti-Americanism around the world, Canadians still remain fond of their southern neighbor, although not unduly so. About 61% said they had a favorable view of this U.S., but that 42% said they were somewhat favorable and 19% only very favorable. Not so great no more. Largely thanks to W, pissing off the whole world. Here's the poll we're going to be building, and the audience can help us with. What is the most memorable movie scene of all time? We've never done this, I guarantee you that.
Nope.
And I'm way past the break. How'd you let me get so far past the break?
I got distracted.
Rambling, and I'm getting distracted. We're in a rush. We're like hurrying like crazy because we got to get to 1 o'clock.
Right.
We're rushing for 1, baby.
Oh, God.
Who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Mo Howard David at 22.
Absolutely.
Miss Drudge, 10. Chronic Caller Dennis, 8. Steve Kane, 6. Joey Reynolds, 4. And Phil Henry's only got a pair.
Okay.
Let me tell you, if you want a good pair, go to Brandy's Shoes in Pompano Beach. I think we got a new tag coming through, but I don't have it. So in other words, I'm going to continue the one from last week just in case. It's probably wrong. I just want to caution you on it. But talk to our friends at Brandy's and tell them if it's not right information, Troy Stratford is to blame for it. Anyway, Brandy's, one thing you'll go right on is the brand names, man. They got the top ones in the world. They got Rockports, Echoes, Mephisto, Timberland, Clark's, SAS, Florsheim, all the brands you know and your feet love. And they got the size you need. They got men's size 6 to 15, women's 5 to 12, and widths from the very narrow, teeny, tiny to the very big, fat, and wide. And with over 40,000 pair of great shoes in their gigantic 8,000 square foot mega store, you can bet Phil Henry's life on it. Exactly what you're looking for is in stock right now. Brandy's Shoes at 1290 North Federal Highway, Pompano Beach, open daily 9 to 9, Sundays 10 to 5. And maybe or maybe not, it's a great time to buy SAS shoes all this week at Brandy's. All men's and women's great styles, 20% off and more, or maybe there's some other special deal going on because they have one every week. Come in or find out on their website at brandyshoes.com.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
It's Dave in Miami town. Yes. At 560 WQAM. The stock market will be soaring, launch another orange warning. It's time for Halliburton to get busy. Out of patience, out of time, let's get those oil pills online. If humans have to die, well, that's a pity. We're marching in, walking tall, like John Wayne with big balls. women down to little kids. We've got to pump that oil right away. Because war is good for business. Carlisle Group. War is good for business. And Global Crossing too. War is good for business. Boston Friends agree. War is good for business. Even MSNBC. Who steps? Point the camera over here. Look at the warm and welcome cheers of people glad to see us liberate Iraq. Only the spin machine knows what the camera doesn't show. All the rifles we got pointed at their back. Our propaganda's working fine. Got them two-stepping in line. Those morons will buy anything we say. And those who choose to follow God will be rewarded in kind with cheaper prices at the pump today. They'll say that war is good for business. Honeywell, war is good for business. Braun and Bechtel, war is good for business. He is right. War is good for business. They bring good things to life. Two steps.
.37 at 560 WQM. So anyway, Mike Mayo for a parting gift. How about Common Sense? This is a column he wrote a couple of days ago. On Monday, as a matter of fact, or on Sunday. Did you see this?
No.
Well, why the hell not? Don't you read Michael Mayo column religiously?
No.
Neither do I. In fact, I just fell into this by accident because I got mentioned in it. For a parting gift, he's talking about what people give parting gifts when you walk away from your company, whether you get after so many years, et cetera, and so on. You know what's going to happen when I
retire?
He says, well, here's some of the ones he gives. For Heat Senator Alonzo Mourning, who really is leaving a cure. For Governor Jeb Bush, an appointment with a really bad doctor and no way for him to sue. For radio host Steve Kane, sensitivity training. For radio host Neil Rogers, all the fish food, ice cream, and Tim Hortons donuts he can eat.
Aw.
For anchorman Rick Sanchez, no wait, he's coming back. Et cetera, and so on. Not cute? For H. Wayne Hypinga, season tickets to the Marlins, et cetera, and so on. So thanks for the mention, Mike May, who's obsessed with his show. Too bad you're not back on the sports pages. That's where you belong, because your other columns really suck. But you're a good guy. We like you a lot. Your columns just suck. It's really sad. There's nothing to read in either one of the South Florida papers. It's very tragic.
I know. That's why I don't.
Embarrassing. Anyway, here's the poll that we're going to be working on. Starting at noon. We'll take this other one down at noon, but we can build this one in the meantime. You know what I mean by build it up, Buttercup? What is the most memorable movie scene of all time? And I got a list of 4 that I started with. Michael kills Sollozzo and McCloskey in The Godfather. The feel was good, though. Ned Beatty gets raped at it in Deliverance.
Yeah, that left an impression.
Yeah. That left an indelible mark on his life. Frogs fall from the sky in Magnolia. And the characters all sing Wise Up in Magnolia. Which is, I mean, that scene, I mean, unless they saw the movie, of course. Oh, right. Isn't that great that I have all this stuff like at my fingertips now?
It's beautiful, like a radio show.
Yeah. Oh, and I made a mistake. Characters, that's with an S. But I'm sure that Eric will correct my mistake, because he's perfect. A perfect idiot. I know you don't like the movie that much, but at least you like Amy Mann.
I do.
So there's 2 scenes from a Magnolia. What is the... And I understand this is a little bit difficult, but think about it.
No, it's difficult to choose only one, because
I don't want the 10 best scenes from the 80 best movie. No, that's not... We've done all those... what is the most memorable movie scene of all time that really sticks in your mind, huh? I think that's the next one.
I got 2. You want me to pick just one?
Pick one, schmuck. Don't be setting a bad example for this audience, as if they need your direction.
All right, this is going to be corny, but I think it's very memorable, and I think it might get some votes. Darth Vader cutting Luke's hand off in The Empire Strikes Back.
Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off. Well, this is going to take time. That's good. That's the idea. Well, it's the summertime. You don't expect me to sit here and pretend to do a show from The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
We can't say Empire because it's a sports station. The Empire Strikes Back. Only a joke, Eric. Don't be putting no umpire on there. He's liable to do anything, you know. Look at what I wrote down. I wrote The Empire Strikes Out. So that's our list we got so far. 5670560. What's Beaner Boy got? You got a suggestion?
No, actually, that was a pretty good one. I'm over here trying to negotiate our website.
You're trying to like, oh, I see. The thing is slow over there today. Mine's working like lightning.
Everything's
it's really
slow,
great.
and he's emailing these to Eric, so just bear with us.
Isn't that a shame that the equipment of QM again is on the really slow and screwed up side?
It could
what a
be
concept.
not their fault.
It could be not whose fault?
QM's fault.
Are you going to start again with
I
that?
would never. I'm not going to. No,
Don't. It's so freaking boring. 10:41 at QAM.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Just tell me what your problem is.
There's a new prescription drug whose name says it all.
Side effects.
Finally, a prescription medicine that always gives you more than you'd expect.
Side effects.
Isn't it time you experienced side effects?
May cause loss of blood, loss of hearing, loss of virginity, vertigo, impetigo, impotence, imprisonment, shrinkage of the genitals, enlargement of the genitals, softening of the brain, softening of the stool, loose stools, bar stools, toadstools, huge prehistoric bats swooping out of the sky and eating your dog, halitosis, Halle Berry, Berry, Barry Manilow, rectal bleeding, rectal numbness, numbnuts, chest pains, hunger pains, dry mouth, cotton mouth, large mouth, small mouth, hell mouth, or death.
Side effects is perfect for everyone.
Not intended for women who are pregnant, women who are men who are pregnant, children with dogs who are pregnant, the elderly, the young, kitty cats, Steve Perry, tadpoles who are pregnant, and pregnant pauses. In disclaimers like these.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about side effects and find out if it's responsible for the mysterious pustulant growth under your left armpit.
Side effects.
10:46 at 560 WQAM. Look who's in last place on our poll so far.
I am that hemorrhoid.
Joey. I thought he'd done better than that. He's only got 5 votes out of 129. Who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Mo Howard David at 59.
I want to give you a kiss.
Absolutely.
Chronic caller Dennis 24. Miss Drudge, Matt Drudge 20 for her. Steve Kane 14, Phil Henry 7, and Joy Reynolds only has 5. Suck and win. In last place, just like when he was in when the book would come out. What is the most memorable movie scene of all time? We're asking today. Michael kills Solozzo and McCloskey in The Godfather. Ned Beatty gets raped in Deliverance. Frogs from a Fall from the Sky, Magnolia. Characters all sing Wise Up in Magnolia. That scene to me, I mean, if I could vote 100 times, I'd do it. And Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off in The Empire Strikes Back. Here's a call from Pompano. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil, I love your hot couple contest.
Yes.
And I was listening today. Obviously, you're going over the prizes that you give away. And something occurred to me.
Yes.
How many times has Rimmer submitted a photo of him and his wife for that free dinner at
See, what you want me to do is say,
About 30, man.
You want me to play that, but the answer is none.
No, huh?
No.
Why was Tommy Jicka left off the early poll?
Oh, that's a good idea. Tom Jicka would be good.
Yeah, I couldn't get in early enough.
Now, we can stick it on there.
All right, thanks, Neil.
Have a great day, Pally. We want to get Chick on there. I do hear an echo. I think it's on your end. Obviously, my settings here are just...
We turned everything down to 0 over here. It's your overhead is up hot, we think.
No, it's not.
All right.
My overhead is down, but I can turn it down. Is that better?
Yeah.
Does that make your life a little bit better? Because it's always in the same place, so it's something on your end.
Yes.
Is there any question about it?
Absolutely.
Not. Anyway, I don't care. I can stick it wherever the hell you want. You know what I mean? 138 votes. Mo Howard David at 65. I'll tell you, Mo, they hate you, man. And those handful of people won. I heard that won. I come in here at 7:15 this morning, like I do every day, to turn this stuff on before I go shave and shower and whatever else begins with SH. I do my 3 SHs. And what are they talking about? It's Juan, and he's got Juan on, I mean, for an interminable period of time. And Juan's telling him about how when Geldy filled in for Hank yesterday, that all the people were calling in and going on about, oh, Steve, it's so great hearing you, but out that old man in the morning really drags you down on the other show, and you're doing so great, and yada, yada. And then Mo goes into this long, drawn-out thing about, well, you know, Goldie and I, we're here to cover each other's back, and I watch out for him, and he watches out for me, and if I didn't want him on the show, he wouldn't be there in the first place, which I thought that last line there, that spoke volumes, you know. If he didn't want him on the show, he wouldn't be there.
What does that mean?
It means that Geldy better suck his ass, that's all. That's exactly what that means. If you don't suck his ass and his muskrat, you're off that show. Just ask the Beast and Carolyn and a host of others. They'll be glad. And Zach, who still Zach still wears that damn inflatable thing. That's why he looks so fat. He only weighs about 130. Zach. But since Mo came in the building, he wears that big, gigantic, inflatable, bulletproof vest. Watch your back, Zach. Anyway, now how'd you get me started on Mo again?
Oh, it was easy.
Mad Dog 2 to 4 this afternoon. The Humper is back for a brief appearance. In fact, Hank is on 4 to 7 today, tomorrow, and Thursday. 3 days in a row. Some really heavy-duty tough work. Although I noticed on Friday, we got Eddie K back in the afternoon again. So Hank is, like anybody with brain, taking most of the summer off. Nice going, Humper. Then we got the big at 7 o'clock tonight, but only for an hour, thank goodness, because then we got the All-Star game from Cellular Field in Chicago. Eddie K follows the All-Star game from about midnight till 2 a.m., and then Joe and Mark overnight, 2 to 5 a.m., followed by the Crusty Old Man.
Absolutely.
And by the way, Crusty Old Man, it's no sweat off my ass or in my ass or up your ass, one way or the other, whether you're going to be with a QM for a long time, a short time. I really don't care.
Right, we have our lead-in.
Now that we have a good lead-in and a good friend and a nice separation in there for the 2 hours, we don't really give a crap. I could care less because I'm not obsessed with you like you're obsessed with me. Believe me when I tell you. But anyway, he won't believe me because he thinks the whole world are full of crap like he is. Mo's got 71 votes. Nobody's going to touch him, and who the hell would? Especially picking all them dingleberries. 152 votes. Who's most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Mo Howard David at 71. Chronic caller Dennis 26. Miss Matt Drudge 25. She's obsessed. Steve Kane 16. Phil Henry 8. And Joy Reynolds only got 6. That's probably because most people don't even remember who the hell that is.
No, that was a long time ago.
Long ago and far away, thank goodness. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, sir.
Listen, I think we got the poll a little mixed up, though. Seems to me that you're obsessed with great people like Drudge and Limbaugh, who are nationally syndicated, you
Yeah, I'm
fat
obsessed with them.
bastard.
Okay, thank you very much.
They're
Right-wing
syndicated.
asshole. Yeah, they're syndicated and like you're scintillating. You fat bastard. Oh, thank God Rush Limbaugh ain't fat. Oh, man. I got news for you. I might not win a dollar contest, but the beauty contest, as grotesque as I am, man, he makes me look like Brad Pitt. 5670560. See, this, and again, what is this man doing listening to this show? What is he listening here? He's obsessed with me, just like the poll today. Maybe why don't put you on there too, asshole? Well, does this guy got a name?
No.
Schmuck? Tragic. 56705. And we're not getting too many Randy's for the second poll.
Got some faxes about that coming out.
But have a good time. Okay, whatever. Here's Miami. Hello. Miami.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got 2 scenes for you.
How about one?
All right, one. The Godfather, Horse's Head and Won't Split.
Excellent one. A good choice.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Pally. Horse's Head in bed
with Jack.
Horse's Head in bed with Jack.
That one crossed my head, like a lot of others, but I'll let them
From The
know.
Godfather. Okay, well, it's taken me a little time to write these down, okay? And I do have to write them down because this is like for later on.
Right.
And I can't trust you guys to be writing them down. 'Cause
don't do that.
You got all your issues there now. What do you mean by that?
We have our issues over here.
Well, what does that mean?
Everything is slow.
Well, I can write them down. It's just getting them to Eric.
Well, that's another story. Okay, how's the hot couple contest going so far? Looks like we're... See, the one thing about this, not only do we have more contestants than we ever had before, by far, we got 18 contestants, but also I think we got, generally speaking, a pretty good bunch. I'm not saying that everybody on there is, like, beautiful, but you know what I mean?
It's a nice group.
It's a good group. And there's nobody that, like, stands way, way out above, like, that first one with Aaron and Amy. I mean, come on. Right, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Maggie and Tom, 76 votes, standing way ahead of the pack. Aaron and Brandon have got 66. Did I say way ahead of the pack? They're only like 10 votes up. It's not bad, huh? We got a horse race going on, like I said. Then it's way back. Alexa and Mandy got 19. They're in third right now. We'll see them at the Pizza Loft, looks like. But maybe Rich and Cheryl got 15, as they keep trying. And more power to them. Natalie and Adriana got 9. Brecht and Daniela got 7. I knew they'd move up a little bit. Nothing wrong with them. Brittany and Greg got 6. Do I have to go down all 18 every time? No.
No.
Everybody else is like so far small potatoes. We've got a whole week to go. Next Tuesday morning at 10, we'll announce the winner. And like I said, next Thursday, a week from this Thursday, the 24th, the ratings. Not just another one of those silly-ass trends, but the spring book comes out. And then we'll see, and especially a few days after that, when those hour by hour, like you said, when that becomes available, then we'll see exactly who's doing what to whom.
That'll be the day.
That will be the day. In fact, Buddy Holly's going to make a comeback to sing special live on a show just the day those numbers come out hour by hour.
He'll drop
Then
in.
we'll see, Mo, who's doing it and who's not holding up their weight.
Absolutely.
You silly old coot. Here's North Miami Beach. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, one of the scenes ever?
Yes.
And one, the beginning scene where the proto-humans are fighting, and the guy throws the bone up in the air, and it turns into the spaceship going to the moon.
Turns into a pen.
What movie is this?
2001. Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
he finds the bone at the
dialogue.
beginning of technology, and he throws it into the sky, and the next thing you see is the spaceship.
Yeah.
That was Bach.
Okay. Thanks, pal.
Caveman throwing bone up.
Caveman throw. Yeah, I'm going to let Boner Boy write these down, okay? Caveman gets his bone up?
Yeah.
Whatever you want. From Space Odyssey with a great dialogue. Oh, we got some bad news here. NFL innovator Hank Schramm dies at 83. Oh, no. I mean, did I say Hank Schramm? I'm thinking of Hank Stram. Tex Schramm, the showboating innovator who helped build the Dallas Cowboys into America's team and was instrumental in the NFL's evolution and popularity, died today. He was 83. He died? His son-in-law, Greg Court, told the AP that the former Cowboys president and general manager died at his Dallas home. The cause of death was not immediately known. Well, he was 83, you know. Not everybody can live till 90, although that is pretty old, 90. You know what I'm saying, Ma? Pretty old. What? Man. Don't you think 90 is pretty old?
It's ancient.
I'd take it right now. Let's see, here's one that says, it was a tough call, but I had to choose that lying scumbag Miss Fudge. I know she doesn't miss a minute and is constantly squeezing and touching herself every time you make a reference to her. Oh, Miss Fudge, Miss Fudge!
Squirt, squirt.
She should be the last to talk about hoaxes. What about all the hoaxes I see in the people section of magazines and newspapers showing Miss Fudge at a club or restaurant with a hot female date? Yeah, right. Only the morons who swallow everything the right-wing talk show hosts believe that you're straight, Matt, it says. Stop worrying about what Neil says and whispering in Phil's ear. Keep your mouth busy by sucking, I say.
What?
I'm not reading the rest of it.
Oh, I see.
It said something there about black, which I can't say that on the air, okay? And neither can you. You need the job. Let's see, for the first pool, the guy on line 9, retire. Oh, that guy, well, I don't know. He doesn't merit. He's too Johnny-come-lately for that pool.
That's probably him voting for himself.
Yeah, it could be. Retire. I don't think so. For the second poll, either HAL being dismantled in 2001: A Space Odyssey, or we already got a Space Odyssey one, so let's do this other one. We already got Michael shooting. We got that. When Taylor first speaks in the original Planet of the Apes after being chased around the city by the gorillas. You got that?
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Wait, I didn't know I had two more drops. What would I call that?
What are you doing there?
Wait a minute. I got that in here somewhere.
Now we're going to start playing music from movies, folks.
Not on purpose.
All right. See, I tried to think of a scene from Requiem for a Dream that would fit this poll. I can't think of one.
Just the end. The ending montage collage.
No, that's not a scene. No,
I'm serious. It's not.
I was thinking about Alien, in Alien where the thing...
Alien?
The first Alien.
That's on the fax. Somebody faxed that. You're
really?
psychic.
Okay. Well, see, we'll have a whole bunch on here. There's a lot of really good ones. But keep in mind the purpose. I mean, which is the one scene that really just blows you away and you can't get it out of your mind? Not what was the one that was really good or was, had a lot of impact. That's not the point. But I'm assuming that anybody who would vote on this poll has seen a few movies in their time.
About 30, man.
At least 5 or 10. And so I'm thinking that, it covers a lot of territory. There's got to be one in Cuckoo's Nest. And I would have to choose from two. The one where he's choking Nurse Ratched. I love that one. I get goosebumps when I see that.
Yeah.
And also the one where he's sitting down there waiting for his shock treatment, unbeknownst to him. And he's sitting outside the room there with the chief. Mm-hmm. And the chief looks at him and has the pack of gum. Why, Chief, you sly son of a bitch. That's just such a great scene. Don't you agree?
Juicy fruit. Oh, I love it. There's lots of good scenes from that. So I had that drop in here, but I can't find it now. To get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape.
You talking bad to Beaner Boy again? Or was that Duff came back in? 10:58 at 560 WQAM. Hey, let me tell you, the 21st, that's next Monday, the Beast is going back on Balance for Life. We're going to save his life whether he wants it or not. Well, he's on vacation this week. That's the obvious reason why he's waiting a week. So he'll obviously have a big handicap to overcome, but he can do it. He lost 60 pounds the first time, so whether you've got 10 or 30 or 50 or 100 or more pounds to lose, Balance for Life could be the secret that you've been looking for a long time. Because I know what it's like, believe you me. I've tried them all. The grapefruit diet, the Stillman diet, the Atkins diet, and if none of the other ones have helped you lose the weight and keep it off, Balance for Life might be the answer for you, because it's simple, it's easy, nothing complicated, nothing to figure out, nothing to buy, no cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, no worries, just great results. They deliver right to your door by 6 a.m., 3 gourmet meals and 2 delicious snacks in your little black sack. And believe you me, that'll be plenty to keep you full all day long. And the food is delicious. You get to choose 2 alternatives for each meal every day that you're on a program. They send you a little menu to fill out once a week, and those are the only choices that you have to make. And like I said, you'll be plenty full because there's lots of good filling food in all of those containers every single day. Nothing pre-fat, no chemicals, no crap, just great delicious food. So if you're tired of being overweight, out of shape, lethargic, diabetic, or on the verge of it, let Balance for Life give you the answer you've been searching for a long time. Call them today at 954-568-3229. That's 954-568-3229, or check them out on the web at balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Brad Pitt God.
What's the problem, officer?
Deploy from the vehicle.
But what? I don't understand.
If you're caught driving without a seatbelt, you will be removed from your car and shot. The police now have the authority to enforce seatbelt safety under the new Patriot Act 2. The new law is in effect now, so click it or be shot. Officers don't like doing this. They are only following orders. It's for your own protection in the never-ending fight against terrorism. Terrorist acts such as mouth noise, burping, and farting could be annoying to others. So under Patriot Act 2, eating will no longer be permitted in restaurants. Anyone eating outside the designated eating area will also be shot. It's the law. We like saying that. The law. The law. The law. The law. The law. It's the law. Absolutely.
11:04 at 560 WQM. Happy Tuesday to you.
So anyway.
Yes?
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
I found it.
Is Roddy McDowell hitting on those guys again? He won't know Mo. Let's see, when the shark goes over the top of the back of the boat in Jaws, I still replay that in my head today. Yeah, the shark, how do we put that on there?
When the shark goes over the
top of the back of the boat in Jaws, from Jaws. Well, you put it on there however the hell you want, okay?
When you hit your eye like a big piece of
I'm
pie.
too old to be writing all of this crap down, okay? I'll leave it to you young whippersnappers, okay? I'm too old. I'm the old man.
How did you know I was snapping my whipper?
At least I used to be the old man. Now, how come Mo, because he's got his diabetes, how come he's got to go for like some special blood test? All he's really doing is making up a story so he can stiff Scott on his golf tournament, just like he stiffed Geldy on his golf tournament. Just amazing the crap that this guy pulls. At least one thing we discovered about Pharrell, he's not going to cover up for the crap that Mo is pulling, you know what I'm saying? If Mo is pulling it, we're going to hear about it. Like dingleberries out of his
rectum.
Butt. Robert De Niro as Travis Bickle with his "You Talking to Me" monologue in the mirror in the Taxi Driver.
Yeah, I put some stars around that.
You talking to me?
I don't see anybody else here.
We got that on there?
We got it.
Slim Pickens is Major Kong riding the H-bomb down to its target in Dr. Strangelove. One of the bits you played this morning used the audio from that scene. Yeehaw, it says. What bit did I play that went, yeehaw? But anyway, I guess it did. So there we go. We got a gigantic list building here for our second poll. It'll go up on our website at noon. What is the most memorable movie scene of all time? I think that's an excellent poll if you ask me, but then I'm prejudiced. Now, the first poll we got going on there right now with You Better Vote Real Fast. Move quickly, like Mr. Ego used to say. If you move... Remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
He'd have one call on the board, and all the other lines would be open. And, of course, I'm going to psych out the audience, Mr. Psychoanalyzation. If you move quickly, you can get in right now. As opposed to, like me, just being honest and saying, hey, we're dying over here. We got no calls, folks, which I've been doing for almost 30 years. But, he's going to really... 222 votes. I like that. Remember that show, Room 222, with Karen Valentine?
No, but Mocha Bryan does.
Or was Catherine Ross in it? Oh, come on. Room 222?
Sorry.
That wasn't on that many years ago.
About 30, man.
Who is the most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? We're asking today. Now we got 227. Mo Howard David at 115. He's got more than 50% of your votes. 50.6%.
Absolutely.
Wow. I'll tell you, one thing about him, when we take a poll with him, it gets a response, and I guarantee you, he's hearing it and squeezing his bag right now.
I'm listening.
I'm sure. Chronic caller Dennis, 43. You can be sure he's listening. Sicko without a life. Miss Matt Drudge, 28. Come on, Matt. Oh, yeah, what did the guy say about him and Rush? About their famous syndicated and scintillating or whatever?
Syndicated.
Right.
Nationally syndicated.
Oh, yeah, he's a broadcaster, Miss Fudge, like my little dog was a brain surgeon. Who the hell are you kidding? Steve Kane, 22. Phil Henry, 10.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh. And Joey Reynolds still sucking wind down there at last with 8. I guess Joey just didn't leave the impact, except with the guy with the eyes and Billy Bibbit or whatever that guy was. They used to call it that phony speech impediment.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was the beginning of the end, I told you. How have we survived this long following Joey Reynolds inflicting his act on IOD? That was the beginning of the end at IOD. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Which time they fired him twice.
Oh, the time they brought him back. I remember Boy Gary comes into me and says, how bad do you hate Joey Reynolds? And I said, what is that supposed to mean? Well, I'd like to bring him back on a weekend. I said, I don't hate anybody. Do whatever you want. Don't get me involved in it. Man, if they just leave me the hell out of it, just like with Mo, okay? Oh, Neil Rogers is the pipe smoker. He's very upset, the jizz guzzler, because I extended my... First of all, if they extended your contract, number one, I really don't care, but number two, the circumstances of it are going to come out. Believe you me, Thursday, Pharrell and I are going to discuss that at length. And number three, how come if it's such a big deal and you're such a big maker in a market and maker and shaker and mover, how come it's not in Barry Jackass's column yet? How come Jim Sarney hasn't written about it yet, huh? Wouldn't you think that somebody would put that in the newspaper, unless, of course, we're embarrassed about it and the circumstances surrounding it, wouldn't you think?
Like Greg hasn't made the call?
Oh, I got a great line for that, but I won't say it. Speaking of strange people being on the air, talk show host Jerry Springer files for Senate race. Did you see this?
Yes, I have.
Isn't that sad?
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
Well, he was started out in politics, didn't he?
Oh, I know that. Yeah, he was the mayor of Cincinnati, wasn't he, or something like that? Yes, he was.
Paying a whore with a check. That's brilliant.
Officially filed papers yesterday to run for the U.S. Senate from Ohio. Like I said, I'm all for Jerry. Oh! Jerry. I'm all for him. The Senate clerk received a statement of candidacy and organization for the Jerry Springer for U.S. Senate Committee yesterday afternoon, according to a spokesman at the clerk's office. Documents were sent by certified mail last week. The former mayor of Cincinnati will make a final decision on whether to run for the Democratic nomination by the end of the month. State Senator Eric Fingerhut has already announced his candidacy for the party's nod and the right to challenge first-term Senator George Voinovich, who served as governor of Ohio from 91 to 99, yada, yada. Jerry Springer's running, baby. Which, of course, if that's the case, that's going to be the end of his TV show. You do understand that.
Yeah, but there's more money in politics.
Right. Just coincidentally, crackdown on nudity in Daytona clubs planned. Do you see this story?
No.
A couple of days ago. I just figured that, it's worth mentioning because, as everybody knows, with the kind of repressive society America's become.
That's the American fucking way.
Armed with a recent federal judge's order, Daytona Beach officials plan a police crackdown on nudity in adult nightclubs. As a matter of fact, speaking of repression, at the same time that we got like gay marriages here in Canada, and we also have decriminalization of marijuana in the wind, so to speak, you can smell it. And also they're organizing now, they're assigning various places where they can grow medical marijuana legally. And at the same time that that's going on, Bush is now saying south of the border, he's saying that any doctors who write prescriptions for medical marijuana will have their licenses revoked. He's introducing legislation to get that passed. So you see the contrast? You see the difference between the societies we're talking about as Enlightenment and in the Stone Age? In a ruling last Thursday, U.S. District Judge John Antoon refused a request by Lollipop's Gentleman Club in Daytona to stop enforcement of two nudity ordinances, one that bans nudity in businesses that sell booze, and another that prohibits public nudity. This is one more battle won on the way to cleaning up the sleaze in our city, said Commissioner Darlene Jordan. I wonder if she's talking about the sleaze on your knees. The city had not been enforcing the ordinance while the judge's opinion was pending. Aronson, a Fort Lauderdale attorney representing Lollipop, said arrest could be costly to the city because officials from the club could still seek a permanent injunction or go to trial. If they begin enforcement and we are victorious as we intend to be, he said, they're going to owe a lot of money in damages from people who feel their constitutional rights were violated. Both sides are looking forward to ruling in another case challenging the ordinance brought by two other clubs. Molly's Browns 2 and the Pink Pony are challenging the city's adult zoning rules in federal court, and those cases are expected to go to trial in June next year. So the same crap goes on. Got to shut down those titty bars, and God forbid we should have nudity, or places where adult entertainment goes on, stuff like that, for adults. Because we have to treat the public like a bunch of children, and sex is evil, and nudity is bad, and the body is filthy and disgusting, etc., and so on.
Well, sounds like you got it down.
And Rush will be on at noon. For that guy who was getting all whipped up into a frenzy. 12 minutes past 11 at 560 on a pressure-packed Tuesday here, baby. Can you feel it? I can smell it. How low can those interest rates go? I bet you probably were wondering that only moments ago, weren't you? Now the financial group does the limbo rock under the lowest refinancing rate. How does 1.95% sound? Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's true. Now you can refinance your home or buy a new home and get you super low 1.95% financing with our friends at Financial Group. Call them toll-free, 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND. If you're even thinking about refinancing or buying real estate, you ought to be talking to these folks right now. Financial Group, 1-800-940-LEND. Talk about savings. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are only $368 a month. If you have a $200,000 loan, you pay only $736 a month. So call Financial Group today, 1-800-940-LEND, and get yourself the low, amazing rate that you've been looking for a long time, 1.95%. Interest rates are at all-time low, so don't wait. Call now and get that rate, 1.95% from Financial Group, 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Credit restrictions apply. Rates subject to change monthly, 5.19 APR.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560.
QQAM, go f*** yourself.
You grew up with them both. And now Antler Records proudly presents the greatest hits of Simon and Bullwinkle.
Where have you gone? Boris bad enough. Natasha sure is lonely without you.
Yes, Simon and Bullwinkle.
Woo, woo, woo.
Recorded live in Central Park and Frostbite Falls. The music of Paul Simon. The lyrics of Mr. Know-It-All.
I'm singing on this radio station, but I'm nothing more than animation. You know, two-dimensional.
Simon and Bullwinkle's greatest hits.
I am a moose. I am a mammal.
Yes, it is Paul, but it's not art.
And rock steals the fame, 'cause mooses never fly. Unfortunately.
Simon and Bullwinkle's greatest hits.
Now available at Mr. Peabody's Records and Tapes.
Absolutely.
11:17 at 560 WQAM. Now see, there's just one of the zillions of lost treasure bits that I found.
On that best of?
No, it was not just on the best of. I've been digging through 8 million discs here. You think I'm just taking a couple of discs and I've got like 350 bits in here, mister. Most of which we haven't played in the Coons age.
Right.
Like that. When's the last time you played that? How many years ago?
About 30, man.
See? Now here's one. See, I think that it's the psychic powers of the audience. They're trying to get me to play all this stuff. Here's one that says, from Lisa in Miami, how about it? How could I have forgotten this myself, being such a big fan of the movie network? Howard Beale.
Right.
I'm as mad as hell, but I'm not going to take this anymore. Oh!
Now, how do we put that down?
Just like that.
No, because that goes on several times during the movie.
Howard Beale's rant from Network.
Okay. Very good. Although, like I said, but that's good enough, because otherwise it'll get complicated. Trish says, most memorable scene in the movie, Silence of the Lambs. He's asking her to rub the lotion on her body and then to put the lotion in the basket.
Howard places the lotion in the basket.
She tries to talk to him, but he screams at her to put the effing lotion in the basket. Great scene.
Put the f***ing lotion in the basket.
Oh, there you go. I guess I lucked out again, huh? That's good. I think we've opened up a real Pandora's box here, you know what? Oh, speaking of that, Jack says, how about Sharon Stone's beaver shot in Basic Instinct? Got that down? Hola.
Yes.
You got that down?
Sorry, we were switching seats back.
You were switching seats back?
Well, Carlos had to go downstairs to get the card from his bail bondsman.
To get what?
My bail bondsman's card.
The ice pick under the bed at the end of the movie was memorable, too, it says, but I think one is good enough. A Basic Instinct. Got it, Sharon Stone's crotch shot?
Right.
I don't want to put, like, beaver on there because God only knows Mo will get upset. Who is the most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? That's poll number one. It'll be on in another 40 minutes. 260 votes. Like I said, 263 votes. Mo, Howard, David, and wins hands down so far. 130, almost 50%. Chronic caller Dennis. They're on to you, Dennis. They know you're nuts. 49. Miss Mac Drudge, he's got 36. She's listening right now. Steve Kane, 27. Phil Henry has got 11.
Okay.
And Joey Reynolds still can't get out of last place. He's still stuck in a rut with 9. Did you see, although I probably shouldn't ask, because you still having problems with your pewter?
It's coming back.
It's lukewarm. It's Luke Skywalker warm. Well, anyway, we got a good battle going on here. We got 18 couples on our fourth and final hot couples contest. Maggie and Tom, no doubt assisted by that one lovely breast that we see and her blonde hair, but nonetheless, we got 90 votes for Maggie and Tom, but giving them a really good race, and deservedly so, Aaron and Brandon with 82. How do you like that? A good hoss race. Alexa and Mandy, 25. Rich and Cheryl, 16. See, last contest, I mean, it was good. We had some good people on there, but Frank and Liz won by such, I mean, right from the get-go, they were like 1,000 votes ahead the first 5 minutes, you know?
Right.
Rich and Cheryl are doing better this time. They did the first go-round. They got 16. Natalie and Adam have got 9. Brittany and Greg have got 9. And Brecht and Daniela got 8, and everybody else less than 8. It would just take too long to do them all every time. In addition to which, it gets ponderous and really boring. You know what I mean, George? Boring?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, here's the facts. Like talking about that DSL provider or whatever you were talking about.
I
God,
know
is
what you're
that
talking
boring.
about.
Oh. Neil and George, I would have to say the most memorable scene, not the best. Now, what does that mean? The most memorable, but not the best. Let me think about that for 2 or 3 seconds. Time's up. For most people over 40 but not yet dead would be the transition scene from black and white to color in The Wizard of Oz. That's the most memorable scene? Okay, no wonder this is unsigned. Also, it says, I saw a clever movie which I never heard of called Go, and I was wondering if you ever seen or heard of it, and the answer is no to Go. No. Have you ever heard of Go?
I saw it. It was just fine. It was clever, and it was cute, and it was fine.
It was Mo and Go? How about Zoe? Bo? I watched, you've done 2 to me in the last couple of weeks that I'm really never going to forgive either one of you for. The first one was A Beautiful Mind, which seriously, I still have to slap myself silly just to get out of bed in the morning. I'm in such a coma.
You might see it.
Oh, it is so boring and so ponderous, and I've talked to other people, and they agree with me. It is so boring.
You talk to other sycophants that'll agree with anything
Sick,
you say.
you got the sick part right. Yeah. And the other one I tried watching was Usual Suspects, and as much as I love Kevin Spacey, my God, that thing was going nowhere. I watched 40 minutes of that. That was the end of that.
I didn't like the beginning either. I thought it was very slow, and then it gets interesting.
I wasn't recommending that one to you.
Yeah, no, it gets really good at the end. But
I'm sorry, I don't have the patience. I got plenty of time, but I just don't have the patience to watch things that are that boring that I'm practically falling asleep, waiting and waiting for something to finally happen. That's not my idea of a good movie.
I didn't recommend that one to you. I didn't think that you would like that one. I thought it was just fine, but that wasn't one I was pushing you to
thought
see.
It was what?
Just fine.
Just fine.
Right. Good
I
ending.
thought it was just weak, just lame, just
very
boring.
Good ending, but it was just
okay.
fine.
But you see, now I'll watch it in segments. I watched the first 40 minutes. Now I can watch the rest of it at some future date.
You should do that with Beautiful Mind, like soon, because that one
it
was about to get good.
Soon?
Doesn't matter. Don't watch it.
Oh my God! Yeah, don't watch it. We don't care. Don't see a great movie. That's okay.
It's a good movie. You'll never.
And
see
then you
it,
bitched about the ending of Memento, or of Magnolia. So what is there to say?
Right.
Well, what the hell is there to say?
Yeah.
Anybody that would knock that for anything.
You're the only one that's as crazy about it as you are.
I beg your pardon?
Every time you put it on polls, it does very weak.
Magnolia?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't care.
No.
More people than McDonald's than Ruth Chris, too, but I'll take Ruth Chris, thank you.
You look like...
I'm sure that more people saw Indiana Jones and the, whatever the hell that crap is, than saw Magnolia. That doesn't impress me. That don't impress me much.
That's not the point.
I see. Okay, 5670560, pound 560 on that. In other words, in case you haven't already caught my drift after all of these years, I don't give a crap what everybody else likes or what they think. I don't care.
No, I'm hip.
It's like if everybody loves vanilla ice cream, great, I hope they enjoy it. I'll stick with my Nestle's Turtle, thank you. And that, that Breyers Score. But it's got a lot of trans fatty acids in it. It's bad for you. That'll stop me from eating it, won't it?
No.
Here's a Cutler Ridge. Hello.
Yeah, Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Did you see Mayor Alex Pinella's hairstyle now in the Miami Herald?
I don't see him up here, thank God. No, I don't. I'm relieved I don't have to see him.
Well, somebody told him to dye his hair red, and it looks silly as hell.
He's got a do?
Yeah, I swear. If you look on the Spick Miami Herald, there's a nice big blow-up shot of him. Anyway, who's most obsessed by you?
Yes.
I think it's Beaner Boy. I mean, this guy has to know where you are 24/7, basically.
Does he?
Yeah, put him on the poll. Let's see what happens.
Okay, have a great day, Pally. I don't think so. I don't think he's the least obsessed. He's just obedient. Well, sometimes. 5670560 pound. And he's just got a problem life. Okay, he's got the bail bondsman downstairs waiting to haul his ass in. He's got the car repair guy, the car rental guy. He's got like about 20 people waiting downstairs for him when he gets off the air, when he gets through with his big performance. 139 people, though, say Mo Howard David it, baby. He is winning hands down your pants, hands down the back of his dingleberry pants. The more I think about that, and I've had verification from several people about that. It's not something that Scott made up. The idea of sticking your hand in your ass in front of other people is so grotesque. I mean, of all the things that I've heard about him, I mean, it so far transcends all of the others, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe he's got bad roids. Maybe he's trying to, like, shove them back in there. Maybe he's got, like, grapes. Huh? Maybe he has grapes hanging from the old tube.
The grapes of ass.
The grapes of ass. You got it. 139 votes for Mo, who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers. Chronic caller Dennis, 53. Miss Drudge, he's got 38. She's flaming. Steve Kane, 29. Phil Henry, 12. And Joey Reynolds is making a little bit of a move. Joey's got 10. Joey's hanging 10. Oh, God. And if they only knew, see, obsessed wouldn't even be the word for it.
I have my nose up Neil's ass.
That would be a better way to describe it, yeah. I mean, his entire life revolved around everything that I did, who I liked, who I didn't like, who I promoted. I mean, just a wild man, a lunatic. Don't we miss him bad? 27 past 11 at 560 WQM. If you're on the Atkins or any other low-carb, sugar-free diet, you probably go into your supermarket and you get very frustrated because you go up and down the aisles with a tisket, a tasket, your big shopping basket, and you can't find anything that you can eat. Maybe, if you're lucky, they got one little section where they got some low-carb, sugar-free stuff, and that's it. That's why you love shopping at Delights of West Boca, because the entire store is dedicated to you with over 900 low-carb, sugar-free products. And they always have new ones coming in. Try the new low-carb instant cup of soup. You just add water and microwave, a low-carb meal in a cup with 4 delicious flavors. Check out the sinfully delicious low-carb muffins for a quick breakfast. Your individual-sized cheesecake. They've got almond snack cakes and blondie, 6 different flavors. At last, chocolate crisp and chocolate mint bars with no maltitol, so you can be satisfied with something sweet and delicious without having to run to the can. Carborite ready-to-drink chocolate and vanilla shakes, a low-carb meal in a can. Judy's low-carb peanut brittle with unbelievably great taste. Be sure to pick up some of the low-carb hot cocoa, apple cider, blondies and brownies, and their great selection of low-carb pastas, sauces, dressings, chips, chocolates, and their world-famous Carbolite ice cream, too. You can sample them all before you buy them at Delights of West Boca. And don't forget all Atkins brand products on sale all day, every day. They're open every day from 10 to 10, and you'll find Delights on the northeast corner of Glades and 441 right next door to Boston Market, not too far from Moe's Joint. Call them toll-free at 1-877-LOW-CARB or shop them on the web at lowcarb.com. Delights of West Boca, make no mistake, it's your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Asshole.
Your smelling mint introduces the definitive collection for the anal retention. The Feces of the Species series. Yes, we are pleased to pass on to you the most exotic animal droppings collection available today. Our animal doodle replicas are handcrafted of the finest pewter. Order today, and your first stool will arrive in 2 weeks. A classic cow chip. So real you can almost smell it. You'll marvel at the attention to detail, and be amazed at the enormity of the elephant and the cuteness of the bunny bullet. Order today, and you'll receive our special bird series. See what it looks like before it hits your windshield. Be a part of this powerful movement. There's no time to waste. Call now. The Feces of the Species collection is going fast.
11:33 at 560 WQM. Now look at the way the phone has dropped off, just like happened to you yesterday, because there's nobody in town. We get a lot more calls if we were talking about
sports,
but we're not.
Right around this time, too.
Yeah, right around the same time we you ran out of steam.
Sports!
That's what we need. Let's talk about that All-Star game. What do you say?
No.
Okay, here's one from Eddie, a fax that says, best scene, Johnny Depp getting sucked in and spit out by the waterbed in Nightmare on Elm Street. I would agree with that. I can't imagine ever forgetting that scene. It left such an indelible imprint on my mind. You know the one we're talking about?
Sure, of course.
In fact, that was the first movie I ever saw him in. That may have been the first movie he was ever in.
I think so.
The lovely Johnny Depp. I remember when he hit the ceiling. Let's see here. Now, we got that? We got it down?
Got it.
I'm just reading these, and I'm assuming that somebody over there in our vast staff. See, that's another thing. All the stuff that I'm putting in the DCS, if we had a staff, if we had any assistants besides me and George most of the time, and Shannon, who George had crawling around on all fours on the floor all the time, never did anything except crawl on the floor.
She put like 1,000 bits in.
Get out of here.
Maybe
something
$300.
that rhymed with bits. That's what she had.
She worked.
Yeah.
Hey, every other intern, I trained like 5 since we've been here, and
The point I'm saying is if we ever really had a staff, we could have like 50,000 more bits in here, and this show could have been so much better over these last 5.5 years, but no. Everything is like do-it-yourself at QAM. But the check did clear, thank you, and did finally show up. Here's a fact that says, the great thing about your movie polls is the most memorable movie scene can be memorable because it makes you laugh or cry, delights you or gives you nightmares, makes you horny, or puke up every meal you've had since your mother's milk, etc. How about this? Forced Russian roulette in the Viet Cong's Hooch, the Deer Hunter.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it. Deer Hunter.
And for the female input, my colleague Kathy says, Indiana Jones shoots scimitar-swinging assassin in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, that's good. Oh, now look at this. This is bad news. Why do you keep sending me this bad news from the Toledo Blade? Bishop charged over fondling woman casino.
All right.
Bishop Dimitri Khoury of Toledo, who oversees 8 states and Ontario for the Antiochian Orthodox Christian Church, was arrested at a Michigan casino for allegedly fondling a woman, officials said. This is on July, about a week ago, or less. The 54-year-old bishop, one of 5 in the Antiochian Orthodox Church Christian Archdiocese of North America, was highly intoxicated Wednesday night when he grabbed the breast of a woman who was seated at a nearby slot machine in the Turtle Creek Casino near Traverse City. Said Trooper Paul Kushner, the arresting officer. The bishop was not wearing clerical garb, but told Trooper Kushner he was an Orthodox bishop. He used some non-bishop type language, a lot of profanity, Trooper Kushner said. Oh, what's that bit we've got?
Which one?
Oh, the Father, is it Father Tourette's?
That's one.
Is that the name of it?
I think so.
Oh, that's got to be for this story.
This fall on CBS, meet a small-town priest who speaks the Word of God and adds a few choice words of his own. It's Father Tourette's Mysteries.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join together this damn sucking little sucker mother in holy matrimony.
Father Tourette Mysteries, a new kind of family drama from the producers of Chicago Hopeless and NYPD Blue Balls.
Oh boy, oh you fucking slut, oh you little whore bag monger, you fucking bastard you.
Sundays this fall. Spend an hour with Father Tourette right after an all-new season of Touchdown There by an Angel, only on CBS.
Okay, here's the rest of that story. Bishop Dimitri, who was released on $25,000 bond from the Grand Traverse County Correctional Facility, was charged with criminal sexual conduct, a fourth-degree felony. If convicted, he faces up to 2 years in jail, a $500 fine, and mandatory HIV/sexually transmitted disease testing, according to Grand Traverse County Prosecutor Dennis LaBelle. The bishop was also charged with a misdemeanor offense of drunken disorderly conduct. If convicted of that offense, he'd face a 90-day sentence and/or fine of $500. And Chris says, last night, now this is just amazing. Oh, he says, P.S. do see 28 Days Later, directed by the guy from Trainspotting. Well, why would I want to see the guy who directed Trainspotting? Why want to see this 28 Days Later?
Shallow Grave.
If Shallow Grave was good, you're right. It was very good.
You don't want to see 28 Days Later. You wouldn't like it.
Based on what?
Based on it was weak, it was slow, and the parts that were exciting wouldn't interest you at all.
Okay, like I said. Okay, getting back to Chris, he says, last night Phil Henry went on for 30 minutes about what a great political talk show host Rush Limbaugh is.
Are you sure?
Phil thought that by having Rush doing football will take away from his radio show, and Phil didn't want to see that happen. Then Phil went on about how the invasion was justified. He hoped the president doesn't stop in Iraq.
I'm sounding like Pharrell now. Wah!
God. Is that enough to make you puke or what? Talk about a man who has not just sold out. Whatever is beyond sold out, that's the level that he's achieved now.
Sold his soul.
Oh, to the devil for about 50 cents. Let's see, I think the guy with a fake voice that won't get off the air at 10 o'clock is most obsessed. Oh, you mean Scott? Is that what this fax means?
I guess that's where they're
I don't
going.
think he's obsessed with me at all. He likes the show, but he's not obsessed. There's a difference between liking a show and being obsessed. Believe me, he's not obsessed. It says, my most memorable scene was in Apocalypse Now when Colonel Kilgore said the unforgettable line, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's the one scene you should see is the Robert Duvall, the whole, that little piece with him in it.
Yeah, I got it down there at home, but like another one of those, I've watched eight zillion different times, watched a little bit, try to get into it.
Just cue it up to that scene, watch the whole helicopter attack and everything like that all the way through.
And then burn the rest of it?
Yeah, then give it to me.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. What is the most memorable movie scene of all time, we're asking? And we have, some pretty good ones. There ought to be like about 1,000 more, wouldn't you think?
Ought to be.
You would think so. That's poll number 2. It starts at noon on the website, and right now we have 326 votes on the first one. Who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Mo Howard David at 159.
Absolutely.
Chronic classic caller Dennis, 62. He is a classic chronic. And an asshole. Miss Matt Drudge, he's got 44. Steve Kane, 31. Phil Henry, 17. And Joey Reynolds, 12. Oh, Phil Henry sucking Rush Limbaugh ass. That is so nauseating, man. Jesus, I hope he gags on it. I hope he chokes on dingleberries. That's just nauseating. Can you believe that?
I don't want to think about it. I got the wastebasket.
And about how doing the football is going to take away from his radio, and he hopes that it doesn't happen. Of course, guess who's on KFI?
I give up.
Let me give you a clue.
Oh.
You know, hurricane season's here. Before a storm hits, you put up shutters to protect the windows and doors of your home. But what about the roof of your house, eh? The Somay Paint Factory makes Roof Mastic, a great roof coating that can help you hurricane-proof your roof. Somay's Roof Mastic saved hundreds and hundreds of roofs during Hurricane Andrew, while unprotected roofs were peeling off and flying down the old Hershey Highway. Somay also has waterproof coatings for every kind of roof ever invented. Call the Somay Paint Factory at 305-633-6333. Somay Paint Factory is the oldest quality paint and waterproof coating manufacturer in the entire state. Somay will save you money because they eliminate the middleman markups. They sell to everybody, meaning you, at wholesale prices that are 60% lower than what you'd pay for the same national brands in your expensive retail store. So protect your home and property from South Florida's tough tropical climate with the very best paints and waterproof coatings available anywheres at the best prices, too. Call the Somay, S-O-M-A-Y, Paint Factory at 305-633-6333 or find them on the web at somay.com. Let me say it again. It's S-O-M-A-Y. You save a ton of cash when you buy direct from the Somay Paint Factory. Be sure and tell them that Ancient Neil told you to call. 305-633-6333.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Yes. Don't make mistakes when you bust Robert Blake. No. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Unlike O.J., this guy won't get away. No. Conviction. And say goodbye to Beretta. 'Cause the LAPD knows better. He's guilty, man, and I mean that. Just wait and see when it's on court TV. Yeah. Bye, 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 bye.
14th, speaking of bye. Did you talk about Brittany and Justin, that crappy story about how she admits now that she did it?
Well, I mentioned it in passing.
She claims that they'd done it. Oh, yeah. The thought of that is enough to make me gag. Even worse than the thought of somebody licking Rush Limbaugh's fat ass. Oh, and speaking of Rush Limbaugh's fat ass, I wonder what the right-wingers are going to be, what kind of tune they're going to be singing once the impeachment hearings get going, you know?
Oh, man.
Well, that won't be too far down the road. You'll see.
You crybabies, drumming up nonsense.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're talking about, blowjobs on the one hand against starting a war under false pretense and killing thousands of people and sacrificing hundreds so far, and it'll probably be in the thousands of Americans before we're done, and Brits. But nevertheless, they've already alienated the Brits. Now they're pointing the finger at, well, it was their thing, that dossier on Nigeria and about all that crap about uranium and yada yada. Yeah, right.
And it was the French.
It was the French, it was the Brits, it was George Tenet, it was anybody but the Bushmeister. Harry Truman used to say the buck stops here. The Bushmeister says it stops on somebody else's desk, anybody but me. Which they ought to have been thinking about back during the 2000 election, was voting for anybody but him, but they didn't. He almost won it. Maggie and Tom, we got a great battle going on our Hot Couples contest. This is going to be good. Maggie and Tom have got 103. They're on top, so to speak. Aaron and Brandon have got 99. They're right on their ass. In fact, it's almost neck to neck, no ass to ass. Huh?
Careful.
Alexa and Andy got 33. And then how's Rich and Cheryl, 19? They keep plugging away. They keep trying it. They're plugging it. Here's one for our poll. The rabbit boiling in the pot in Fatal Attraction. I saw this fax, and I've seen Fatal Attraction at least a couple of times. I don't remember that.
I do. It wasn't memorable. Obviously, you didn't remember.
Right, if I don't remember it, it couldn't have been that memorable, The rabbit boiling in the pot in Fatal Attraction?
There was a whole bunch of jokes being made at the time about it. It was on every late-night talk show and every comedy skit about the little bunny and the thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was memorable to a lot of people.
Well, don't people eat rabbit? It's a delicacy. You can find a lot of these shishi restaurants that have poached rabbit and broiled rabbit and broiled hare.
Yeah, but now you're pet bunny.
But what's the difference? Let's see. I'm not that big on rabbits. All they do is crap BBs. That's all they do.
And then
they drop BBs
again.
all over the place.
They eat them.
What do you do with a rabbit? What do you do with it? Does it respond to like a name? Does it,
No.
come when you call it? Does it, what does it do?
It keeps your feet warm if you make booties out of them.
I see. Here's a fax from Tarzan. It says, this looks like from some chronic, I don't know, because they changed the name on the bottom. I'll always remember the scariest scene with which I had the unfortunate, this is so illiterate. They probably scrolled it out real fast. I'll be generous. I rented About Schmidt, which I really enjoyed, and if you liked American Beauty, you'd enjoy Schmidt. Now, I don't listen to him. When Kathy Bates takes off her robe and, I can't say no more, I'm going to hang myself from Tarzan. He says, anybody see About Schmidt?
No.
Isn't that with Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
And?
Never saw it.
And Beaner Boy? Never saw it?
No, but a couple of people have mentioned to me the part where this woman gets naked.
Kathy Bates naked? Oh, my God. Jeez, we apologize right before lunchtime for all this crap going on today. Man. First we got Phil licking lard-ass Limbaugh's gigantic pink ass. And now we got Kathy Bates getting naked.
We're not putting that on there, are we?
What's that? No, because we don't know anything about it. Maybe we'll get somebody to second that emotion. We'll see. 5670560. Don't forget 1 to 2 every day during the summertime. Not just 1:30 to 2 like you did yesterday. I tried to give you the solution, man.
I should have gone for it.
You know what that reminds me of? Seriously, I don't want to knock Pharrell because he's a good friend of ours. We're delighted. We welcome him with open arms and legs. But this business of taking another call after 10 o'clock, this ain't going to happen no mo. You see what I'm saying? In other words, just because there are calls on there doesn't mean, we're going to stay on a few extra minutes so we can get everybody on the air. What the hell with that? What's that all about?
Right.
Whoever heard of such a thing? So in other words, you had such great calls between 1 and 1:30 yesterday that you felt until you absolutely.
I didn't want to have to resort to it, but it was a mistake.
No, we're not resorting to it. It's a bonus.
That's right.
Why do you put it in such terms, okay? I mean, you can take a turd and you can package it and say, hey, here's a nice Christmas gift. Or you can say, here's a smelly turd. It all depends on how you package it and how you present it. And of course, you don't have all the neat stuff in your computer that I got here because you haven't had all the interns down there sticking it in. Well,
not for lack of trying.
Here's a call, that's for sure. Here's a call from Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
I got a nomination for both polls. I know no one will be able to touch Mo, but if you would have put Gilbert on the poll in the beginning, I bet it would have been close.
That's not a bad idea.
Maybe
Too late.
To two. But my memorable movie would be Vivian Lee, and when she said, "As God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again." When Tara got burned or destroyed by the Yankees.
Yeah.
That would be my nomination for the movie Unforgettable Scene.
You picked that scene out of Gone with the Wind?
What's that?
That would be the scene from Gone with the Wind that you'd pick?
That's his opinion. That's what he remembers. But what are you giving him grief for? That's the one he likes. That sticks out.
To me, it was more powerful than Frankly, My Dear.
Frankly, My Dear, screw you. Right.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Have a great day.
Have a good one.
You too. Here's a fax from my pals at FedEx. I didn't even know I had pals at FedEx, but thank you so much. It says, most memorable movie scene, Star Wars, when Princess Leia kisses Luke Skywalker, then swings across the Death Star. Do you know that Mark, what the hell's his name?
Hamill?
Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was on 8 is Enough?
No, I did not know that.
He's 53 years old.
That I knew.
He's an old fart. And, of course, once he smashed up his Corvette,
right,
they couldn't put the pieces of the plastic together or his face, either one, but he's not looking too good. But he's 53 years old. I forget why I was looking at, I know why, because a few days ago I was channel surfing, and they were on one of those oldie moldy channels, was 8 is Enough. And I thought, who the hell, and it was enough for me, because Willie Ames was on there, and here was a young Mark Hamill, which I never remember him being on that show. He played David. And I thought, man, who the hell is he? He's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying?
I ever watched one episode of 8 is Enough.
It was a horrible show. It was awful. With Dick Van Patten, who did have a couple of pretty interesting-looking kids. What was his son's name, the tennis player? On Elm Street. I would agree with that. I can't imagine ever forgetting that scene. It left such an indelible imprint on my mind. You know the one we're talking about?
Sure, of course.
In fact, that was the first movie I ever saw him in. That may have been the first movie he was ever in.
I think so.
The lovely Johnny Depp. I remember when he hit the ceiling. Let's see here. Now, we got that? We got it down?
Got it.
I'm just reading these, and I'm assuming that somebody over there in our vast staff... See, that's another thing. All the stuff that I'm putting in the DCS, if we had a staff, if we had any assistants besides me and George most of the time, and Shannon, who George had crawling around on all fours on the floor all the time, never did anything except crawl on the floor.
She put like 1,000 bits in.
Get out of here.
Maybe
something that rhymed with bits. That's what she had.
She worked.
Yeah.
Every other intern, I trained like 5 since we've been here, and
The point I'm saying is if we ever really had a staff, we could have like 50,000 more bits in here, and this show could have been so much better over these last 5.5 years, but no. Everything is like do-it-yourself at QAM. But the check did clear, thank you, and did finally show up. Here's a fact that says, the great thing about your movie polls is the most memorable movie scene can be memorable because it makes you laugh or cry, delights you or gives you nightmares, makes you horny, or puke up every meal you've had since your mother's milk, etc. How about this? Forced Russian roulette in the Viet Cong's Hooch, the Deer Hunter.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it. Deer Hunter.
And for the female input, my colleague Kathy says, Indiana Jones shoots scimitar-swinging assassin in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, that's good. Oh, now look at this. This is bad news. Why do you keep sending me this bad news from the Toledo Blade? Bishop charged over fondling woman in casino.
All right.
Bishop Dimitri Khoury of Toledo, who oversees 8 states and Ontario for the Antiochian Orthodox Christian Church, was arrested at a Michigan casino for allegedly fondling a woman, officials said. This is on July, about a week ago, or less. The 54-year-old bishop, one of 5 in the Antiochian Orthodox Church Christian Archdiocese of North America, was highly intoxicated Wednesday night when he grabbed the breast of a woman who was seated at a nearby slot machine in the Turtle Creek Casino near Traverse City. Said Trooper Paul Kushner, the arresting officer. The bishop was not wearing clerical garb, but told Trooper Kushner he was an Orthodox bishop. He used some non-bishop type language, a lot of profanity, Trooper Kushner said. Oh, what's that bit we've got?
Which one?
Oh, the Father, is it Father Tourette's?
That's one.
Is that the name of it?
I think so.
Oh, that's got to be for this story.
This fall on CBS, meet a small-town priest who speaks the Word of God and adds a few choice words of his own. It's Father Tourette's Mysteries.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join together this f***ing damn sucking little sucker mother in holy matrimony.
Father Tourette Mysteries, a new kind of family drama from the producers of Chicago Hopeless and NYPD Blue Ball.
Oh, boy. Oh, you f***ing slut. Oh, you little whore bag monger. You f***ing bastard, you.
Sundays this fall. Spend an hour with Father Tourette right after an all-new season of Touchdown There by an Angel, only on CBS.
Okay, here's the rest of that story. Bishop Dimitri, who was released on $25,000 bond from the Grand Traverse County Correctional Facility, was charged with criminal sexual conduct, a fourth-degree felony. If convicted, he faces up to 2 years in jail, a $500 fine, and mandatory HIV/sexually transmitted disease testing, according to Grand Traverse County Prosecutor Dennis LaBelle. The bishop was also charged with a misdemeanor offense of drunk and disorderly conduct. If convicted of that offense, he'd face a 90-day sentence and/or fine of $500. And Chris says, last night, now this is just amazing. Oh, he says, P.S. do see 28 Days Later, directed by the guy from Trainspotting. Well, why would I want to see the guy who directed Trainspotting? Why want to see this 28 Days Later?
Shallow Grave.
Yeah, Shallow Grave was good. You're right. It was very good.
You don't want to see 28 Days Later. You wouldn't like it.
Based on what?
Based on it was weak, it was slow, and the parts that were exciting wouldn't interest you at all.
Okay, like I said. Okay, getting back to Chris, he says, last night Phil Henry went on for 30 minutes about what a great political talk show host Rush Limbaugh is.
Are you sure?
Phil thought that by having Rush doing football will take away from his radio show, and Phil didn't want to see that happen. Then Phil went on about how the invasion was justified. He hoped the president doesn't stop in Iraq.
I'm sounding like Pharrell now.
God. Is that enough to make you puke or what? Talk about a man who has not just sold out. Whatever is beyond sold out, that's the level that he's achieved now.
Sold his soul.
Oh, to the devil for about 50 cents. Let's see. I think the guy with a fake voice that won't get off the air at 10 o'clock is most obsessed. Oh, you mean Scott? Is that what this fax means?
I guess that's where they're
I don't think he's obsessed with me at all. He likes the show, but he's not obsessed. There's a difference between liking a show and being obsessed. Believe me, he's not obsessed. It says, my most memorable scene was in Apocalypse Now when Colonel Kilgore said the unforgettable line, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's the one scene you should see is the Robert Duvall, the whole, that little piece with him in it.
Yeah, I got it down there at home, but like another one of those I've watched eight zillion different times, watched a little bit, try to get into it.
Just cue it up to that scene, watch the whole helicopter attack and everything like that all the way through.
And then burn the rest of it?
Yeah, and then give it to me.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. What is the most memorable movie scene of all time, we're asking? And we have, some pretty good ones. There ought to be like about 1,000 more, wouldn't you think?
Ought to be.
You would think so. That's poll number 2. It starts at noon on the website, and right now we have 226 votes on the first one. Who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Mo Howard David, 159.
Absolutely.
Chronic classic caller Dennis, 62. He is a classic chronic. And an asshole. Miss Matt Drudge, she's got 44. Steve Kane, 31. Phil Henry, 17. And Joy Reynolds, 12. Oh, Phil Henry sucking Rush Limbaugh ass. That is so nauseating, man. Jesus, I hope he gags on it. I hope he chokes on dingleberries. That's just nauseating. Can you believe that?
I don't want to think about it. I got the wastebasket.
And about how doing the football is going to take away from his radio, and he hopes that it doesn't happen. Of course, guess who's on KFI?
I give up.
Let me give you a clue.
Oh.
You know, hurricane season's here. Before a storm hits, you put up shutters to protect the windows and doors of your home. But what about the roof of your house, eh? The Somay Paint Factory makes Roof Mastic, a great roof coating that can help you hurricane-proof your roof. Somay's Roof Mastic saved hundreds and hundreds of roofs during Hurricane Andrew, while unprotected roofs were peeling off and flying down the old Hershey Highway. Somay also has waterproof coatings for every kind of roof ever invented. Call the Somay Paint Factory at 305-633-6333. Somay Paint Factory is the oldest quality paint and waterproof coating manufacturer in the entire state. Somay will save you money because they eliminate the middleman markups. They sell to everybody, meaning you, at wholesale prices that are 60% lower than what you'd pay for the same national brands in your expensive retail store. So protect your home and property from South Florida's tough tropical climate with the very best paints and waterproof coatings available anywheres at the best prices, too. Call the Somay, S-O-M-A-Y, Paint Factory at 305-633-6333 or find them on the web at Somay.com. Let me say it again. It's S-O-M-A-Y. You save a ton of cash when you buy direct from the Somay Paint Factory. Be sure and tell them that Ancient Neil told you to call. 305-633-6333.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Yes. Don't make mistakes when you bust Robert Blake. No, no. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Unlike O.J., this guy won't get away. No. Conviction. And say goodbye to Beretta. 'Cause the LAPD knows better. He's guilty. He's guilty, man. And I mean that. Just wait and see when it's on court TV. Yeah. Bye, 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 bye.
Fortito, speaking of bye, did you talk about Brittany and Justin, that crappy story about how she admits now that she did it?
Well, I mentioned it in passing.
She claims that they'd done it. Oh,
yeah.
The thought of that is enough to make me gag. Even worse than the thought of somebody licking Rush Limbaugh's fat ass. Oh, and speaking of Rush Limbaugh's fat ass, I wonder what the right-wingers are going to be, what kind of tune they're going to be singing once the impeachment hearings get going, you know?
Oh, man.
Well, that won't be too far down the road. You'll see.
You crybabies, drumming up nonsense.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're talking about, blowjobs on the one hand against starting a war under false pretense and killing thousands of people and sacrificing hundreds so far, and it'll probably be in the thousands of Americans before we're done, and Brits. But nevertheless, they've already alienated the Brits. Now they're pointing the finger at, it was their thing, that dossier on Nigeria and about all that crap about uranium and yada yada. Yeah, right.
And it was the French.
It was the French, it was the Brits, it was George Tenet, it was anybody but the Bushmeister. Harry Truman used to say the buck stops here. The Bushmeister says it stops on somebody else's desk, anybody but me. Which they ought to have been thinking about back during the 2000 election, was voting for anybody but him, but they didn't. He almost won it. Maggie and Tom, we got a great battle going on our Hot Couples contest. This is going to be good. Maggie and Tom have got 103. They're on top, so to speak. Aaron and Brandon have got 99. They're right on their ass. In fact, it's almost neck to neck, no ass to ass. Huh?
Careful.
Alexa and Andy got 33. And then how's Rich and Cheryl, 19? They keep plugging away. They keep trying. They're plugging it. Here's one for our poll. The rabbit boiling in the pot in Fatal Attraction. You know, I saw this fax, and I've seen Fatal Attraction at least a couple of times. I don't remember that.
I do. It wasn't memorable. Obviously, you didn't remember
Right, if I don't remember it, it couldn't have been that memorable, you know? The rabbit boiling in the pot in Fatal Attraction?
There was a whole bunch of jokes being made at the time about it. It was on every late-night talk show and every comedy skit about the little bunny and the thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was memorable to a lot of people.
Well, don't people eat rabbit? It's a delicacy. You can find a lot of these shishi restaurants that have poached rabbit and broiled rabbit and the broiled hare.
Yeah, but now you're pet bunny.
Well, what's the difference? Let's see. I'm not that big on rabbits. All they do is crap BBs. You know, that's all they do.
And then
they drop
eat them
BBs all over the place.
They eat them.
What do you do with a rabbit? What do you do with it? Does it respond to like a name? Does it,
No.
come when you call it? Does it, what does it do?
It keeps your feet warm if you make booties out of them.
I see. Here's a fax from Tarzan. It says, this looks like from some chronic, I don't know, because they changed the name on the bottom. I'll always remember the scariest scene with which I had the unfortunate, this is so illiterate. They probably scrolled it out real fast. I'll be generous. I rented About Schmidt, which I really enjoyed, and if you liked American Beauty, you'd enjoy Schmidt. Now, I don't listen to him. When Kathy Bates takes off her robe and, I can't say no more, I'm going to hang myself, from Tarzan. He says, anybody see About Schmidt?
No.
Isn't that with Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
And?
Never saw it.
And Beaner Boy? Never saw it?
No, but a couple of people have mentioned to me the part where this woman gets naked.
Kathy Bates naked? Oh, my God. Jeez, we apologize right before lunchtime for all this crap going on today. Man. First we got Phil licking Lard-ass Limbaugh's gigantic pink ass. And now we got Kathy Bates getting naked.
We're not putting that on there, are we?
What's that? No, because we don't know anything about it. Maybe we'll get somebody to second that emotion. We'll see. 5670560. Don't forget 1 to 2 every day during the summertime. Not just 1:30 to 2 like you did yesterday. I tried to give you the solution, man.
I could have gone for it.
You know what that reminds me of? Seriously, I don't want to knock Pharrell because he's a good friend of ours. We're delighted. We welcome him with open arms and legs. But this business of taking another call after 10 o'clock, this ain't going to happen no mo. You see what I'm saying? In other words, just because there are calls on air doesn't mean, oh, well, we're going to stay on a few extra minutes so we can get everybody on the air. What the hell with that? What's that all about?
Right.
Who ever heard of such a thing? So, in other words, you had such great calls between 1 and 1:30 yesterday that you felt until you absolutely...
I didn't want to have to resort to it, but it was a mistake.
No, we're not resorting to it. It's a bonus.
That's right.
Why do you put it in such terms, okay? I mean, you can take a turd and you can package it and say, hey, here's a nice Christmas gift. Or you can say, here's a smelly turd. It all depends on how you package it and how you present it. And of course, you don't have all the neat stuff in your computer that I got here because you haven't had all the interns down there sticking it in. Well,
not for lack of trying.
Here's a call, that's for sure. Here's a call from Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
I got a nomination for both polls. I know no one would be able to touch Mo, but if you would have put Gilbert on the poll in the beginning, I bet it would have been close.
That's not a bad idea.
Maybe
Too late.
The two. But my memorable movie would be Vivian Lee, and when she said, "As God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again." When Tara got burned or destroyed by the Yankees.
Yeah.
That would be my nomination for the movie Unforgettable Scene.
You picked that scene out of Gone with the Wind?
What's that?
That would be the scene from Gone with the Wind that you'd pick?
That's his opinion. That's what he remembers. I mean, what are you giving him grief for? That's the one he likes. That sticks out.
To me, it was more powerful than Frankly, My Dear.
Frankly, My Dear, screw you. Right.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Have a great day.
Have a good one.
You too. Here's a fax from my pals at FedEx. I didn't even know I had pals at FedEx, but thank you so much. It says, most memorable movie scene, Star Wars, when Princess Leia kisses Luke Skywalker, then swings across the Death Star. Do you know that Mark, what the hell's his name?
Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was on 8 is Enough?
No, I did not know that.
He's 53 years old.
That I knew.
He's an old fart. And, of course, once he smashed up his Corvette,
right,
they couldn't put the pieces of the plastic together or his face, either one, but he's not looking too good. But he's 53 years old. I forget why I was looking at, oh, I know why, because a few days ago I was channel surfing, and they were on one of those oldie moldy channels, was 8 is Enough. And I thought, who the hell, and it was enough for me, because Willie Ames was on there, and here was a young Mark Hamill, which I never remember him being on that show. He played David. And I thought, man, who the hell is he? He's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying?
I ever watched one episode of 8 is Enough.
Oh, it was a horrible show. It was awful. With Dick Van Patten, who did have a couple of pretty interesting-looking kids. What was his son's name? The tennis player, Vincent Van Patten?
Right.
But anyway, and I thought that, and I thinking to myself, I thought that looks like Mark Hamill, but it can't be. It can't be Mark Hamill. And it was. You ready for that?
I got it.
So he was on 8 is Enough, and then, of course, he was Luke Skywalker. He was a big shot for about 5 minutes, and now he's an old, doddering old fart.
Impressive.
Oh, my God. He's 53 years old. I feel like unclean now. I mean, not that I wouldn't want to be 53 again, but it's just the idea that it's like when you see guys playing baseball, Major League Baseball, and you remember watching their grandparents play, their grandfathers play?
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, first of all, you wouldn't because you don't watch it. Number two, you're not that old yet. But I am. That's called getting old, baby. It's called living in South Florida.
All right.
Here's a call from Miami. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, sir.
Good. Listen, one movie that both you and I like a lot, which is A Clockwork Orange. Try to remember the scene in the second part of the movie when Alex had, I think the character's name was Alex, or the actor's name was Alex. He gets beat up, and he gets brought into the house of the old man with that big guy that would carry him around.
That was Darth Vader.
Yeah. And he's saying...
He's upstairs.
He's in the bathtub singing, right.
Exactly. Then the old man slowly remembers who that guy was. And you could see his face become all
You're right.
up and go crazy.
You could see the veins. Every vein in his head was turning purple.
If that's not the most
Looked like Mike Disney.
If that's not the most memorable scene, I don't know what is. I mean, that was an extraordinary scene. As he was singing in the rain, you know?
Alexander Delarge.
Excellent choice.
I think that's an awesome movie and a memorable scene. Have a great day. Thanks.
You too. Thanks, Pally. And that's a good one.
Yes, it is.
You put it down however you like.
Alexander
I'm
DeLarge singing in the rain.
I'm singing in the rain.
Singing in the tub. Singing in the bathtub.
And here's this poor guy who's like a vegetable in his wheelchair down there at the typewriter, and he's listening to this. Oh.
So you knew that, worthless trivia. That was Darth Vader that answered the door, Julian, and carried him in.
That was Darth Vader?
That was Darth Vader.
That answered the door and schlepped in Alex into the house.
Guy, Julian.
No, I know who that was. Yeah. You think I remember every minute of that movie. That was a great movie.
Right, you get that, would you, Julian? Yeah, that's David Prowse.
And it was interesting when he was lining up to go into prison. Alex was standing there, and the music. If you check the music in the background, they're singing "Let Hang Down Your Head, Tom Dooley," which I thought was interesting.
I missed that.
The scene where he was standing naked at the table.
Right.
Anyway,
with the sergeant.
You had to be there. See, you're not a Kingston Trio guy. It's before your time. Yeah. Hey, listen, that's one of the advantages of being an old fart. You know a lot of crap.
And the disadvantage is you're about to croak.
How's Gerald Banfield doing at Jackson Harness Raceway? And Clarence Ayotte? And Wayne Temple?
Who?
Anyway, this is a good story. President Bush's brother Neil.
Oh, God.
No, different Neil. Cheated on his ex-wife Sharon with local women he met during business trips to the Far East, according to a videotape deposition conducted by Sharon's lawyers.
Oh!
What an upstanding family. Of course, Neil, that was the one that was involved in that Silverado, the SNL scandal.
Right.
I had sexual intercourse with perhaps 3 or 4, I don't remember the exact number of women at different times, Neil Bush said during his just-leaked deposition. It was videotaped last March as part of the couple's divorce proceeding. This is in yesterday's New York Post, the right-wing Post, no less. He said the tryst happened when he was at Southeast Asia several years ago. In Thailand once, I have a pretty clear recollection that there was one time in Thailand and in Hong Kong, Bush said. And were you married to Mrs. Bush, a lawyer asked? And he said, yes. Our marriage has been broken, Bush continued. It's loveless and there's nothing left to it, and there hasn't been for a long, long time. The couple have 3 children, stunning Tommy Hilfiger model Lauren Bush, star of many ad campaigns and magazine shoots, daughter Ashley, 14, and son Pierce, 16. How do you like that? The Bush family continues being really upstanding and all-American. Isn't that great?
I love it.
These are the kind of people we can really look up to. 11:57, 3 minutes till noon at 560 QM, the Mad Dog at 2. We got the Humper back in town briefly. The Humper's on 4 to 7, 3 days in a row. Pretty heavy-duty work schedule for Hank this week. We got the Big O at 7. You got the Major League All-Star game, which really counts, which is really stupid, by the way. It's supposed to be an exhibition game. It's one of a typical dumb Bud Selig move, idiotic. They make a big mistake last year, end a game in a tie, and this year they're going to make up for it by making the game mean something by deciding the home team for the World Series. Absolutely unacceptable. That would be like the NHL All-Star game deciding who's going to have home ice advantage in the Stanley Cup Finals. Just stupid. Anyway, 8 o'clock we got the All-Star game. Eddie K follows that and Joe and Mark overnight. And they still want that 5 o'clock hour back, by the way. By the way, Mo, they still want it back.
Absolutely.
If you're in a dead-end job like the Mo Man, maybe college is too expensive and just takes too long. You haven't got 4 years to go sit on your ass trying to get a life. If you can afford just $10 a month and commit yourself to 3 nights a week for 4 months, Fast Train can help you achieve a new great high-paying computer career and start making some serious cash. That's right, only $10 a month and 3 nights a week for just 4 months for individuals who qualify. So call Fast Train today. What do you got to lose beside your dead-end job? Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. With 4 locations all over town, in Pembroke Pines, Miami, Kendall, and Fort Lauderdale, there's bound to be one nearby you that's convenient for you. So call Fast Train, 866-FAST-TRAIN. Talk with a trained career counselor. They offer you day, evening, and weekend schedules, job placement, hands-on training, too. So call Fast Train today. Be sure to mention Todd Dreck's name for a real chuckle. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. The deferred payment is valid for a year. Regular payments apply thereafter. Whether you're a high school student on summer break, sitting around whacking it all day long, somebody in an underpaid dead-end job, or just looking to increase your net worth, call Fast Train, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN, or check them on the web at fasttrain.com.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
This is Mark Morgan. It's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
Crackdown Records presents for the first time anywhere a fabulous 2-record collection of pop music's greatest stutterers like Fox and Turner Overdrive. The incomparable David Bowie. The greatest names in pop music stammering and stuttering their way to the top in this one amazing record offers. The Who. Those Jacksons. Prince. 3 generations of great stutters and stammers. And if you act now, Crackdown will throw in a fabulous collection Prepco Grunts and Groans with James Brown, Kenny Rogers, Pat Benatar, plus many more. If you tried to buy these records, they'd probably put you away. You can only get them from Prepco Grunts and Groans, plus Stutters and Stammers. From Prepco, where we say, if you'll buy this, you'll buy anything.
12:03 at 5:60. Now, you see, we haven't heard that in about 45 years, you know what?
Right.
I missed that.
Don't
that was
even
great.
know where it is.
Ha! There you go. 367 votes. We can take the first poll down now, Eric, please. Probably more on there now, but I printed it out just in case it was a little bit too quick on the switch. 369 votes, like I said. Who is most jealous of and or obsessed with Neil Rogers? Mo Howard David at 185. 185. 50.1%. Let's hear it for Mo.
Absolutely.
Over 50%. Chronic caller Dennis, 69. Good number for Dennis. He'll make something filthy out of it. Miss Matt Fudge, she's got 48, the Fudge Meister. Steve Kane, 35. Phil Henry, only 17.
Are you sure?
We'll have a recount, Phil. And Joey Reynolds has been last since the get-go, and he's at least consistent. Wouldn't you say he was always consistent?
Consistently what?
Bad. He sucked. Joey Reynolds, 14. Although if they really knew, he might beat Mo if they really knew if we had a crowd that goes back that far, but we don't.
I do.
Obsessive. I mean, just neurotic. Neurotic. Every time I had a bowel movement, he had to know what aroma was, what flavor it was, how long it took to wipe. I mean, the whole deal. Right hand, left hand, front, back. Our poll question today, now here's poll number 2. We're going to have it up there. And then, of course, 1 to 2, it's our Comedy Bits Hour every day during the summertime through August 21.
All
2.
right.
Huh? I'm just telling you that right now. It's just I decided that yesterday, hearing you struggling and dying over there, and we're doing okay here, but it's because we're building a poll. If we weren't doing a poll...
Right. Well, good luck to it.
Oh, my God. Just a little suggestion there for you. In fact, I'm enjoying doing Tuesday and Thursday so much, although I liked it a little bit better 2 years ago, doing no shows in the summertime. I like that better. But I'll say this, I'm thinking that maybe what I'll do is extend my contract a few weeks, and I'll just do Tuesdays and Thursdays the rest of the next 3.5 years.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. I'm thinking that. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that is definitely a possibility. Just imagine how good those shows could be, as opposed to the drudgery. Oh, did he say that? The treachery, the monotony of having to come in day after Monday through Friday, Monday and Tuesday, Saturday. Oh, my God.
No.
Too much. What is the most memorable movie scene of all time we're asking today? It's a sensational pool, if I say so myself. Michael and we got, I don't know what you got. You'll have to read them. You got him, Beanie Boy? You got all caught up now? Or
he's
you still
on the phone with his bail bondsman. Don't.
No. And the bail bondsman stuff comes after the show, okay? Or at least in the noon.
He's going to have to bail in, sorry, no pun intended, in the middle of the show here.
For what?
For his court date, for his trial.
Michael kills Saluzzo and McCluskey in The Godfather. Ned Beatty gets raped in Deliverance. Frogs fall from the sky in Magnolia. All the characters sing Wise Up in Magnolia, which is clearly the greatest scene in the history of motion pictures. Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off in The Empire Strikes Back. Horse's head in the bed with Jack Waltz in The Godfather. And that's all I got. I haven't written the other ones down. You got the list?
Carlos has them. Let's see if he can yell it from across the room. Go ahead, holler him out.
Get off the phone with your bail bondsman, you deadbeat. Let's go. This is a high-priced radio show, not some kind of a reformatory.
Screw it. Take me to jail if you want. All right, what was
that? Yeah, take his ass to jail, okay? Just leave his hands behind so we can hit the keyboard on a goddamn computer.
All right,
what is it?
Which
I left off the horse's head in the bed with Jack Waltz in The Godfather.
All right, cavemen throwing bone into sky from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
When Taylor first speaks in Planet of the Apes.
Oh, look at that. We got. I could be reading it. Well, I'll go ahead. Give me something to do. Make you feel like you're useful.
Alien explodes out of guy's chest. An alien. Shark gets on top, crushes back of boat, and eats Captain Quint. Jaws. Travis Bickle's "You Talking to Me" monologue. Sharon Stone's crotch shot in Basic Instinct. Put the lotion in the basket scene of Silence of the Lambs. Johnny Depp gets sucked in by bed, Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm as mad as hell, I'm not going to take it anymore from Network. Forced Russian roulette in Deer Hunter. Indy shoots Schmittar guy.
Scimitar.
Schmittar, sorry.
Schmittar?
Schmittar.
Isn't he on in the afternoon IOD, Schmittar?
No, that's the other guy. In Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, you mean Rush Jr.? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Robert Duvall's I Love the Smell of Napalm in the Morning scene in Apocalypse Now. Vivian Leigh, as God is my witness.
Vivian Leigh, not Lay, okay? Lee.
Freudian slip. As God is my witness, I will never go hungry again from Gone with the Wind. Princess Leia kisses Luke, then swings across Death Star from Star Wars. Alexander the Large singing in the tub as guy in wheelchair remembers who he is. From
What a reading, weak reading.
Bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
So I see George has voted.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Then who voted for, we got one vote for each.
Somebody in the building, apparently.
Oh, no, the poll is up now. Somebody must have hopped on there right away. The poll is up, officially. The second poll. I voted, obviously, for the characters all sing Wise Up in Magnolia. You aren't going to vote for that just out of spite, even though you like Amy Mann.
Oh, it was a great scene. Not my favorite.
Oh, there's not one that's even close in my book. Not even a close second. That's because you haven't watched
Sharon Stone's crotch beats that hands down.
Okay, so now you get into pornography again. Why don't we just put porno movies on this?
All right.
Okay. How about Debbie Does Dallas? Without malice. And how's Alice doing?
You got what you want.
See, it's a great song, but you have to see it. You have to see it.
It's a visual.
It is. Okay, the new poll is up, and I don't know, let me just refresh it and take a puke at it, okay? Because there's got to be more than 2 votes, right? I'll tell you, that thing on the Hot Couples Contest is just unbelievable. We got a real battle going on. Oh, this is, I don't know what's going on here, Eric. I refreshed it, and it's just kind of like sitting there. Oh, there it is. There we got the preliminary. The first votes are trickling in. Michael kills Salazzo and McCloskey in Godfather, although at least McCloskey enjoyed the veal. He said, you're right, it is the best in the set. It really sticks in your throat. Sharon Stone's crotch shot in Bay. Well, see, that's going to get a lot of votes. Because,
I didn't vote for it.
That doesn't even belong on there, too. I mean, okay, whatever you say. Most memorable, it belongs. If that's where your mind is at, if that's all you know is sex, if that's all you can think about, like me. Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off in The Empire Strikes Back 2. Look at that, characters all sing, of course that's my vote. It's got one. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Pompano. Hello.
Good afternoon, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You think Bush will get reelected next year?
No, I think he'll be impeached before the election. You asked me a question. I'm giving you an honest answer. I think he's going to be impeached.
Right. Well, they all do that stuff. But what do you think about Kreshian? You think we should get him over here?
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Oh, my God. That was pretty heavy duty.
Is it one yet?
You think we ought to get Kretchen over here? No. But he sure as hell beats you out of Bush. How do you like that? That's my intellectual answer for today, okay? Old Froggy beats out. And of course, it was Kretchen who said at the beginning that it was a moron, and he's right.
Speaking of Froggies.
Yes?
You get that animation yet?
No, I've looked for it a couple of times, and I don't know whether it's a problem with your stuff down there or whatever, but your stuff.
Very
no,
well
there's no items in my thing, okay?
Your regular one, not the other one. The new one, not the old one.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well.
I'm looking under my new email thing there, and it says there are no items in this view. There is no message slide. There ain't nothing in it. In other words, it's as empty as Beaner Boy's head.
Must have been part of the ongoing problems this morning.
I see. Well, give it another shot. It's a picture of what, a frog?
It's animations of a frog raining.
A frog ringing?
Frogs raining. Raining
frogs. Raining frogs. Why do I want to see that?
Because it's cute.
Okay, well, if it's cute. From one of our very creative listeners, which we thank again, by the way, we've got so much really neat stuff. Now, where did that baby Mo with the green diapers doing the karate kicks, where did that come from?
One of our listeners.
Oh, thank you profusely, man. All
Jonesy.
you people out... Who?
Jonesy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Pally. You guys are the best. In fact, let's give a special shout-out to all of our good computer nerds out there, or whatever the hell they are.
Hiya, Pally!
In honor of that neat stuff we got on there. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. If you're looking for some place to go and just feast, forget about all the heat and the humidity and the war and the killing and the stuff. Just go to the Emerald Coast and just eat and eat and eat until you pass out on the floor. You can do it because it's like walking into a sea, an endless sea of food. They got 3 locations for you now. There's one in Sunrise, North Miami Beach, and the newest one is in Pembroke Pines. You notice how everybody is showing up in Pembroke Pines?
Nope.
Well, no, they really are. Everybody, sooner or later, they eventually get to the pines. Start your mouth-watering eating experience at the Emerald Coast with 1 or 2 or all of 6 different soups, and then you'll find a whole bunch of delicious entrees.
About 30, man.
Including New York strip made to order at the Gourmet Center, a sizzling Asian grill featuring grilled shrimp scampi style, jumbo scallops wrapped in bacon, and their brand new seafood Saint-Jacques. If that isn't enough to keep you satisfied, try the Dungeness crab and ginger and scallions, hand-carved prime rib, the new Oriental chicken salad, and you won't find any crap. No MSG, no cornstarch. They cook only with the best ingredients, and they use only cholesterol-free oils in all the cooking at the Emerald Coast as well. They got a full salad bar, a sushi bar, fresh shrimp cocktail, and if by some miracle you have a little room at the end of the meal when you're full, just stuffing your face, check out the dessert station featuring pies, cakes, pastries, ice cream with all your favorite toppings, fresh fruit too. So go and take the whole gang for a big feast at the Emerald Coast. In Sunrise, you'll find them on Pine Island at 44th Street. They're on Collins Avenue, just north of 163rd in North Miami Beach, and you'll find them at the intersection of Flamingo and Pembroke Roads in prestigious Pembroke Pines. Take the whole family. Book your next business luncheon there. All size parties are welcome. Let the folks at the Emerald Coast do the cooking for you. Takeout delivery is available, too. Here's the number to call, 954-572-3822 for information and reservations. 954-572-3822, the world-famous Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
I'm gonna bang you in the butt, honey.
I'm a tea-room pervert, can't you tell? How I love that putrid body fluid smell. With my pants around my knees, I bend down so I can see if there's another tea-room pervert there as well. After I get naked and go running all over the place, I hope someone just like me will shoot golden showers in my face. I'm a tea-room pervert, have you heard? With stomach in, I inhale somebody's turd. If a cock comes in at all, I just leave that in the stall. The excitement always makes my pee-pee swell. I'm a tea-room pervert, a tea-room pervert. I'm a tea-room pervert, can't you tell?
It's 12:18 at 560 WQAM. We got a battle on that hot couples contest. Maggie and Tom 122. And Aaron and Brandon remain right on their ass, 111. It's going to be a good battle, don't you think, all week long?
Absolutely, you can see.
You can smell it a million miles away. Here's the early returns on our poll. What was the most memorable movie scene of all time? Horse's head in the bed with Jack in The Godfather, 11. Robert Duvall's I Love the Smell of Napalm in the Morning scene, Apocalypse Now, 8. Sharon Stone's crotch shot in Basic Instinct, 7. Michael kills Saluzzo and McCloskey in The Godfather, 7. I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore in Network 5. Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off in The Empire Strikes Back 4. Ned Beatty gets raped in Deliverance 3 and the others. We're just getting it going. You know what I'm saying? We're just getting it going.
Yeah.
Here's one that says.
Do we have too many of The Godfather already?
See, you don't understand. There's no limit. Why would there be a limit? The question is, let me read you the question again. What was the most memorable movie scene of all time? If we had 20 of them from The Godfather, what difference would it make? Because we're asking people their opinion.
Right. No, because I was just thinking that scene where he grabs Fredo's face, and I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
How about it? That was your most memorable scene from that movie?
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was just the way he grabs his head and...
Oh, you got to be kidding me. That wouldn't even be my top half dozen. How about where he settles all family business and they kill all the heads of the 5 families? What about? How come nobody's put that on there yet, huh? Bada bing. That's it. That montage there, that segment certainly is right up there with Jack Waltz with the horse's head in the bed.
You're right.
Yeah, I am right. Fredo, you broke my heart? I have only one thing to say to Beaner Boy.
What's the matter with you? I think your brain is going soft.
Yeah. That's what I got to say to you. Oh, here's one that I like.
Mamma mia!
Here's a fact that says when Meryl Streep hits Jack Nicholson in the face with a pie at the end of Heartburn.
Okay, never saw it.
Well, I didn't either, but we got to put it on there. Sure. Somebody said it's their most memory moment. They liked it.
It's memorable.
Full Metal Jacket when Private Gomer Pyle shoots the drill sergeant. Says Robert, who says also he's not a chronic faxer. Thank you, Robert. You got it?
We got it. That's not as good a scene in that movie than when the sergeant first introduces himself.
Well, that may be. I haven't seen that movie, and I'm sure I wouldn't like it.
So watch the beginning of it and then throw it away.
Okay.
You won't like it.
You mean like most of the other movies you recommend?
No, understand something. I don't recommend movies to you necessarily. When I say they're good, that doesn't mean necessarily that I think you would like them. So
that's baloney. A Beautiful Mind, you endorsed hands down your pants.
You will like it. If you ever watch it, you'll like it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's see, I got another show, so between Thursday and next Tuesday, I'll watch the rest of it.
A lot of the movies on my list, I never recommended those to you. I don't think you'll like them. They're not your bag.
Slow starting.
Yeah?
Slow starting is an understatement. Do something.
No argument there.
Besides going in there and drinking and getting plastered and writing a bunch of stupid crap on the window.
What you watched is not what you think it is.
Okay. I'll watch the rest of it. I'll give it a shot. Like Robert Duvall said in Network. Why don't we give it a shot? Remember that scene where they're all sitting around eating their whatever they're eating?
What are they eating?
They're eating breakfast. No, they're Chateaubriands. That was at the big powwow.
Oh.
Don't you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
When Frank Hackett and Robert Duvall got up and made the speech about the network news division, and William Holden was leaning back in his chair looking at his buddy there. What that was his buddy? Not Nelson. Nelson was the name of the.
I got to watch it again.
Flunky network president. What was the other guy's name? Oh, James Ruddy.
There you go. Good memory.
Edward James Ruddy died today, and what does that have to do with the price of rice? Anyway, and why is that woe to us? Am I going to start doing that whole Howard Beale thing?
Uh-huh.
What a great movie. So underrated, man. And this is like Magnolia. You've got to be a moron not to see that movie Network and be just blown away by it, especially now. And you look back 30 years ago and you think, Patty Chayefsky wrote this over 30 years ago? Especially in South Florida where we've had Channel 7 all these years with their three-ring circus that they claim is news. With the psychics and the weather fairies and all this other crap they're putting on there. I mean, this man was so far ahead of his time. He was like the Jules Verne H. And you talk to people about that. I thought it was. And what did you say? People say that it was shot like in that 70s style, kind of like.
Yeah, that director was Robert Altman. They don't like.
It was not Robert Altman. It had nothing to do with Network. It wasn't Robert Altman. Who the hell was it?
I don't know. One of those guys. Just a lot of people don't like the pace of it. I don't understand it either. I agree with you. But
there are so many great scenes in that movie, man. If you wanted to really press me,
the writing, even just the throwaway lines.
When Diana meets Lorraine Hobbs, and she says, "I'm a badass commie nigger." I mean, if that isn't one of the greatest lines in the history of movies, God, what am I looking for? I'm looking for Network. I want to. What the hell was his name? See, now you got me.
Yeah.
Who did you say it was? Was
Robert
the director?
Altman.
It wasn't Robert Altman.
Whatever. I don't know who directed it.
The director was Sidney Lumet.
Oh, Lumet.
Not Lumet. Sidney Lumet. It's not Lumet. Oh, my God.
Lumet.
Gold Lumet?
Pretty kinky condom.
Sidney Lumet. You don't know your network. I'll tell you one thing, mister. You don't know your network worth a crap.
I'm as mad as hell, but I'm not going to take this anymore. Oh!
Well, I don't watch it every month like you.
I haven't seen that movie I do have it on DVD, though, in the other room. I'm going to watch it just out of spite. I'd rather watch that again 10 times than watch that crappy A Beautiful Mind. Chris says, like to nominate The Final Yard and Burt Reynolds' Longest Yard, best cinematography ever in a sports movie. Cinematography. Oh, you know what I love that I can't eat because I'm diabetic and fat?
Toast.
No, that too. But those in the airports, about one of the few good places they got are those Cinnabon places.
Oh, yeah.
So what I do is I hang around there and I just smell it. You know what I mean?
Poison, it'll kill you.
No, but I just sniff it. Sometimes something's really good, you want to sniff it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I can't eat it, so I'm going to sniff it.
Right, it's in 5th place on the poll, too.
Also, could you please play the Zero song by Enrique? And I will, because it happens to be in there. Chris must be psychic, because that's one of the 80 billion bits I put in here. And please tell me on which disc I would find that, yes?
It's the first track on this year's Best Of.
All right. So you answered Chris's question. There you go, Chris. You hit the jackpot. You got The Final Yard and Burt Reynolds' Longest Yard?
We got it.
Okay. I don't know what that means because I didn't see it. It's a sports movie. I don't watch sports movies, okay? Just like we got some people out there that don't watch soap operas and they don't know what they're missing. They're missing Sheridan on Passions, who's still in the pit, by the way. She's still down there. 15 votes for Robert Duvall's I Love the Smell of Napalm in the Morning Scene. You know, I'm going to go get the DVD today. I'm going to watch the whole thing. Isn't it about like 3.5 hours or something? It's a very long flick.
Something like that.
Now, who was the director of that? Alfred Hitchcock or Sidney Lumet?
Lumet.
Who was the director of Apocalypse Now? Wasn't that Francis Ford Coppola?
Yes, it was.
Oh. Horse's Head in Bed with Jack and The Godfather is tied for first place with 15. Now we're talking. Michael Salazzo and McCluskey in The Godfather has got 9. Why don't we put that on there? The
end scene?
Just relax. Michael settles all family business, The Godfather.
Got it.
Because that's the description of that montage there near the end of the first Godfather, is when they take care of it. Fat Clemens is there. He's got the shotgun. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They open the elevator door opens and bada bing. And then of course there's Barzini is walking down the stairs. And then he turns around and says, "Oops, I better go back up. Too late, Barzini."
Nice shooting, though.
It was excellent. Wasn't it Neary that shot him and the bodyguard?
Yes.
Nice shot, Al. 26 past noon at 560 WQAM. It's Neil Rogers summing savings going on right now. See, at least I'm consistent. I screwed up the wrong way every time I did this spot. It's a big summer savings event presented by my good, close personal friends, at least they used to be, Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto at Hallett Pontiac GMC. Here's the list. Here's what's going on. Right now, Neil deal number 1 at Hallett. Get yourself 0% financing for 60 months on every single 2003 Pontiac or GMC in stock. Neil deal number 2. Get up to a $4,000 rebate on every 2003 GMC and Pontiac in stock. And all your current and former military personnel, get yourself an additional $750 rebate from your friends at Hallett. Neil deal number 3. Count them. Lease the new 2004 Grand Prix GT1 for as little as $289 a month. It's a 36-month lease. The folks at Hallett will tell you all about it. And also now at Hallett, you can still test drive a vehicle for 24 hours. Take it home, take it to work, take it to the strip joint while it's still open, anywhere you like. As always, check out Hallett's great selection of dependable pre-owned vehicles, too. And as far as credit is concerned, even if you used to hang out with Jeff DeForest, credit is never a problem when you shop at Hallett. Hallett Pontiac GMC, they're at 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 right across from the Falls, open every day of your life, 7 days a week. For more info, call the Neil Deal hotline. They'll explain it to you at 1-888-534-4211. 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget all Neil Deals, subject to credit approval. See the folks at Hallett for details. That's at Hallett Pontiac GMC. They're unbeatable and they are professional grade.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Put out some good reviews, so I went right away. Shelled out $20 for a movie pass, a Coke and some Milky Ways. With a handful of candy, went through the doors of that marquee. Damn, I had a first-class ticket, but I was late as a man can be. See, I walked in during Matrix. I walked in and I could not find one seat. Then I walked out on the Matrix. Figured, hell, I'll wait for the DVD.
Okay, I'm reading this fax you just sent me. It says, what about the scene in Deep Throat where Mo gets the facial?
Absolutely.
Anyway. Says the guy's a great actor. Seriously, what about the scene in Godfather when Michael is at the baptism? That's what I'm talking about.
Right,
Didn't we
the
just
unseen, the
just
montage.
get you saying that? Michael, it says, and where all the family's business get taken care of. It's a great sequence. That's what I just said. Michael takes care of all family business from the Godfather. Isn't that what I just said?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is Bacho. It says, won't send a fax again for 2 weeks, so it won't be labeled a chronic. P.S. I've turned the people in my office onto you. You're now hitting Dallas. Let's hear it.
All right.
All right. Let's see, here's a fax that says, don't forget the wonderful scene from It's a Mad, Mad World, not the least of which is Ethel Merman being shaken upside down by Terry Thomas and Milton Berle. Although the main scene in my memory is Phil Silvers trying to get out of a desert gorge in his old desert gorge in his old Plymouth and screaming at the little kid showing him the shortcut. Down there, then rolling and skidding down the cliff into the river, oil trailing from behind the car.
Yeah.
It came to mind immediately when you posed the question. Said, I beg your pardon?
Huh? I'm just groaning.
This is probably from... Well, it's because it's before your time,
I saw that movie. I saw it twice, as a matter of fact.
I never saw that movie. It's a mad, 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 mad world. How do you like that?
Corny.
Well,
slapstick.
What do you expect with Ethel Merman and Terry Thomas and Milton Berle and Phil Silvers? You expect, like, serious drama? Is that what you expect? Come on.
Right, porno.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, here's one that says, the best thing about the Duval scene, Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse Now, comes after he says he loves the smell of napalm. Martin Sheen is kneeling down, staring up at Duval, who is still standing. Duval turns to Sheen and says, you know, one day this war is going to end. He looked so sad when he said it, it's priceless.
You've got to see it. His delivery was just
I'm going to go out and get
brilliant.
it today. I'm going to go right after the show. I'm going to grab me an Apocalypse Now.
Especially, you'll probably wind up buying the director's cut because that's probably the one that's out there, the Apocalypse Redux, which is 4 hours long.
Oh. Now, here's one. How could we have left this out? Thank goodness for the audience. Al Pacino, Dog Day Afternoon. Attica!
Right.
Attica, where he's waving a white hanky.
You bet.
Get that on there, bonerhead. Is he still there?
Yeah. He's not leaving. He got a, what do they call it?
He better not be leaving, okay? He better not be leaving. He's had too many free passes from the teacher in the last few weeks. You know what I'm talking about? Too many of them pink slips. The next pink slip he gets is going to be one from us. Al Pacino, see, that's what George says. George likes to browbeat you like crazy.
Yeah, I
it's
love
up to George. No, seriously, you got to boss somebody around. Who else are you going to boss around?
It could be
besides Robert. And by the way, did you notice Robert did not open a pot this morning? I don't want to. I want to get distracted here, but this just so the audience understands what a bunch of hard-ass punks they got in that place who are spoiled rotten because our middle-level management people won't put those people in their place. Now, Robert Grieper, who has got to be one of the most useless people on the face of the globe, okay? The only useful thing is one time he let me in the studio when I forgot my keys one morning and you were late or something. Remember that a couple of years ago?
Right.
3, whatever. Other than that, he's as useless as dog crap. And he sits in there and he's going to, open the pot whenever he feels like it. So you're on there Friday screaming and yelling for him to open the pot so you can do the crossover with Pharrell. And he's like, it's 10:01, it's 10:01:30, Pharrell's taking another call, it's over into our time. That's not a crossover, that's bull crap is what that is. So this morning, the word is Pharrell's got to go rushing out of there to the DMV thing to taking care of business, and he wants to do the crossover at 9:55. Okay. So he starts the break. He starts the spots at 9:55. So I figure a minute or two of, I'm going to start whatever he's saying. I'm going to cut in, right?
You think?
That little bastard, Robert Grieper, that professional self-hating Jew right-wing asshole, he don't open a pot till right at 10 o'clock. And I think that Clarence and Duff ought to go in there and just beat the crap out of him or straighten his little ass out, okay? Take away his tefillin. Man, is he obnoxious, that kid. Anyway, Attica, we got that?
We got it.
Good. No, seriously, that business about when he always, we're kind of like prisoner to when, if and when he decides to put us on, you know? Who the hell is he?
Maddening.
Little schmuck. Here's a call from beautiful Kendall. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good.
I don't know how anybody left out the shower scene from Psycho.
Of course.
Right?
Brilliant.
Definitive, classic. That would be the classic answer to this question.
Okay. And George is right about A Beautiful Mind. Give it a shot. Seriously.
I'm going to do it.
Okay. Take it easy, Neil.
But I hope you're right.
I am.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to sue the both of you.
Look, you can't have a shorter attention span.
Like Reverend Joe said, there will be a lawsuit. Reverend Joe.
Yeah, oh, God. There's no way that you have a shorter attention span than I do. So if I got through the boring foundation, then you can.
No, but you got to keep one thing in mind, and that is that when I go out to the store and I buy like a half a dozen movies or 4 or whatever, so I got all these things waiting for me to watch.
Jonesing for the next one. There.
And I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to waste my time with this crap.
I understand.
I still haven't watched Sexy Beast. I still haven't watched the cannibalism one. What the hell's that called?
Ravenous. You started watching that, and you said it was disgusting, and you threw it away.
Well, I was watching it right in the middle of my dinner. You know, it's probably not the best idea.
I'm waiting for your review of Sexy Beast.
It takes a lot to gross me out. In fact, the only thing I've ever been grossed out in a movie was that Train Spotting. I'm sorry. I'm not going to watch it. And that is not one that I'm going to go back and pick up where I left off.
I want you to give me your copy.
I don't need another visit to the bowl. No problem. I'll mail it to you.
And I need your review of Sexy Beast.
Because you haven't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it. I don't want to waste my time.
Who recommended that to me?
No. Audience.
Audience? Oh, well. Well, it's potluck. That might be okay. Yeah. I mean, I never thought the Beast was too sexy myself, but, haven't seen him in a while. 20 votes. We got a good battle on this. 20 votes for the horsehead in the bed and Godfather. 18 for Robert Duvall and Napalm in the Morning. Michael kills Saluzzo and McCloskey in The Godfather. 15. Sharon Stone's crotch shot, 11. Forced Russian roulette and Deer Hunters got 8. I never saw that either. Was that worth seeing?
Yeah, it's
was John Voight in that movie?
No. Is he? Wait. I'm trying to think.
Or was it Sidney Lumet?
I think he might be. He might actually be.
What do you mean he might actually be? John Deer Hunter. I didn't even see the movie, and I'm pretty damn sure that John Voight was in it. Look it up, Boner Boy.
We're looking. I saw it like ages ago.
Oh, isn't that's another Vietnam movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's disturbing. It just starts out in Vietnam, but it's more about them.
See, I can't stand watching that because it is so disturbing. You know, we brought 55,000 kids back in body bags. You think we might have learned our lesson? Have we learned it?
No.
No. But the polls are starting to show that the public is finally catching on, okay? When you lie to the public so many times. Deer Hunter, 4 bones. Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, Meryl Streep, John Savage, George...
Oh, it's not John Voight.
John Cazale. What's the movie I'm thinking of with John Voight, the Vietnam movie? Well, somebody will know. We don't have the time. Oh, there goes my 600-page book back on the floor. Okay, 20 till 1. We'll get a whole bunch of them in there before 1 o'clock to add on there, because once 1 o'clock comes, it's, you know what it is?
It's great, is what it is.
It is going to be great. I'm looking forward to playing a lot of good stuff, like some of these things that you already heard this morning that you never even know where they came from. Where the hell has that been?
Forgot they existed.
Forgotten memories, that's right. Speaking of that, if you forgot where your hair was, maybe you left it in the drawer, in the dresser. Can you imagine Mo walking out of there without his muskrat one morning? Wouldn't that be great?
I think it's glued on.
Especially since you got that neat little camera. Anyway, Charles Alfieri has designed and supplied hair systems to the big shots, to low shots, little shots, and middle shots as well. Because everybody with a brain knows that this is the best-looking hair system at any price you'll find anywhere. The natural hairline system. What that means is it looks like real hair, like it's growing out of your scalp. In other words, if you walked up to somebody who never knew you before, they'll think it's your real hair. Instead of like some dead thing down on the top of your head and everybody's laughing and talking about you behind your back all the time. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Absolutely.
And right now, Charlie's offering his summer special hair system, only $549 for first-time customers. You can look better and younger than you dreamed you ever could again. If you already have some kind of a piece, you can save 50% on service and repair on all types of hair systems, including shampoo and trim. And with the experts at Charles Alfieri's, they can usually make it look a hell of a lot better, too. Here's the deal. You got nothing.
Baby.
And now here's Timmy Dean, founder of Timmy Dean Pork Sausage, with a few words about new Timmy Dean bagel sandwiches.
Hello, I'm Timmy Dean. You know, if someone had told me 25 years ago that I'd be making bagels, I'd have said, huh? That's Jew food, isn't it? But times have changed, and I guess I've got to change with them. But I don't have to like it. You people want your bagels, I'll give you your bagels, with a big old greasy slab of Timmy Dean pork sausage on it. New Timmy Dean non-kosher bagel sandwiches. If you're Jewish, you can buy them. You just can't eat them.
New Timmy Dean bagel sandwiches. There's a little bit of bigot in everybody.
Oi! 12:45, and thank you very much, John Voight movie coming home. Thank you, whoever faxed this to me. Thanks. Let's see. Paul says destruction of the USS Enterprise in Star Trek 3. The search for Spock. Got it.
We got it.
Okay. Horse's head in the bed is leading by a vote.
That rhymes.
What?
That rhymes.
Horse's head in bed after they filled him with lead. And here's a fax from Ted in Miami.
That's
seriously. It said, the one scene I keep having nightmares about is Macaulay Culkin holding his ugly puss and screaming after splashing with aftershave at Home Alone. It said it's similar to Moe's play-by-play, whatever that means, because I didn't see Home Alone, because I wouldn't watch Macaulay Culkin. It's a movie for little kids, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the brain-eating scene in Hannibal.
Okay.
Was that with or without the fava beans and the Chianti? Okay, brain-eating scene in Hannibal. You got it?
Got it.
Got it, bonehead boy? Good. Okay, let's get a whole bunch more in this last few minutes. Here's a call from Fort Myers. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, the scene that personally ruined my childhood was Linda Blair's head spinning in The Exorcist.
Okay, now, but when you say Linda here, it goes on for like about 2 hours a day, you know?
Yeah, well, she was spooling stuff, too, but it was
she only spun it around once completely, I guess.
Yeah, well, when she spun her head all the way around, that was a real head turner, right?
Yeah, so that just killed it for me.
Okay,
anyway, love your show and down with Mo.
Thanks, Pally. What do you say about Mo? Mo should only croak?
Absolutely.
I thought that's what he said. So you got that on there?
We got it.
The head turner in Exorcist when Linda spins it all the way around. Well, there's another one. Highly underrated movie. Brilliant. Now, who directed that?
I don't know. Sidney Lumet.
That the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
I was going to Seriously, who did direct The Exorcist?
I
It
don't know,
was
you gotta
that really freaky William Friedkin.
Yeah.
William Friedkin. See, just as it came to me, you had to interrupt and spoil it for me there, Beanie Boy.
Sorry.
Yeah. Jesus. Just as finally I remembered something, and he yeah. William Friedkin. Oh, yeah, I think he ran away with the Sidney Lumet. 22, we got a tie between Robert Duvall, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, and the horse's head in bed with Jack Waltz. Michael Kilsolotso and McCluskey has only got 15, still in third place. He's doing better than that. That was such a fabulous scene where he walked in there with the old-fashioned toilet. And Tessio explained to him about the chain, you know.
Uh-huh.
Says, make sure it's in there. I don't want my brother coming out of there with just his thing in his hand.
We left it loud on purpose. It scares away any pain in the ass.
See, this is not the Pharrell show. I can't say dick on this show.
No. Careful.
1248 at 560 WQM, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Hey, Full Metal Jacket, the scene where, what is your major malfunction?
Right, the drill sergeant's introduction of himself to his troops.
Exactly.
Okay.
And also the, you had asked, Stanley Kubrick directed that one.
Directed which?
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah, right.
Okay, man, thanks.
Thanks.
You need a seatbelt and restraints for that scene. That opening scene of Full Metal Jacket.
I'm not watching that movie.
No, you don't need to. Just that one scene.
I'm not going to go out and buy a movie for one scene, okay? I'm not going to go out and buy that for one scene. No.
If you see it listed, just...
So I saw the last hour of Frailty the other night.
And?
Came in midstream because it was already on. And I saw Frailty's on it. And I looked at the schedule. I said, well, I'll see an hour of it. I would definitely go out and get it, but I'm certainly not going to do it now to see the first 40 minutes or whatever I missed.
No, just wait for it to come on again.
Yeah.
I can't remember if the first 40 minutes were really important to the...
I mean, it was fine if you want to see that there are a bunch of religious nutcases out there. That was fine. And he had the kid, nailed down, shut in the basement and the whole thing, you know. The kid kept yelling, where's Sheridan? I'm looking for her down here. I can't find Sheridan. She'd have straightened him out. But at any rate, yeah, it was good. It was okay. It was good. Not great.
Just good.
Like Fargo, for example. I still haven't found that. Although I do love him. Oh, man, William H. Macy.
Well, then you'll really like him.
What the hell did I see him in just the other day? I saw him in some other flick that I never heard of, and I can't think what the hell the name of it is. He was great.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was great in Fargo.
Oh, I know what it was. It was a movie about anti-Semitism where he puts on he buys a pair of glasses. I don't know what the name of that movie is, and it makes him look Jewish. And the Jewish family in the neighborhood, the one really Jewish family, and the guy runs like a magazine store and whatever, newsstand. And all the rednecks in the neighborhood are out to get him and beating him up and everything. And they think William H. Macy is Jewish. You never saw that movie?
No, I don't know. Maybe if you remember the title.
Well, that's no fun. That's the whole point of this, is to show just how feeble-minded we are.
Do some pantomime.
Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, first of all, Apocalypse Now, the Redux version, even though it is ridiculously long, it really is well worth watching. The extra 30 or so minutes really fleshes out the story much better than the original.
Okay.
You said you've only been, I think you said, nauseated by one thing in a movie, that was train spotting.
Right.
Have you seen We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh, yeah, I know where you're going.
There's a hideous injury.
The burn.
That I fairly guarantee you will be repulsed by.
Uh-huh.
As far as other memorable scenes, nobody's mentioned the 17-minute Omaha beach scene from Saving Private Ryan. And Platoon has the Did You See Them Brains scene that's also quite ghastly.
Okay.
That's it, boy.
Thanks a lot, Pally.
Thank
See
you.
ya. I'm looking up William H. Macy so we don't have to, I got to know the name of that movie. One moment, please. See, the problem with this book is, it's got directors, it's got so many different lists in the back that you don't know what the hell you're looking at. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, what?
Oh, here's Ralph Macchio, so he must be getting to the really good stuff. Jack McGowan, Ally McGraw. Whatever happened to Ally McGraw? Did she die?
No.
You sure?
She just got old and ugly.
She died in the movie. Let's see. I'll tell you who turned into a real basket case was Ryan McNeil. Didn't he have all kinds of health problems
Ryan
and
McNeil.
crap? From Love Story.
Any relation to Ryan O'Neal?
Ryan, well, what difference does it make? William H. Macy. Focus, that's the movie. First one on the list. First one on the list, Focus. You never saw that? Never heard of it?
No, I'm writing it down, though.
I mean,
it on
it's
my list.
It's, not in the same class with Magnolia or something like that, but it was pretty good. He's a great actor.
Yes, he is.
He had a wife in this movie, so I guess it was just before he hit the bars. Flash Gordon, The Fly, For Whom the Bell Tolls, For Love. I just want to see Focus. I just want to see what it says.
Did you say Flash Gordon? Oh,
yes.
For a movie review, not for a William H. Macy movie.
No, I'm going through alphabetical order. 2.5 Bones on Focus, based on a 45 novel by playwright Arthur Miller. The exploration of anti-Semitism and bigotry, yada, yada, yada. William H. Macy, Laura Dern. Meatloaf was in there. I'll give you 20 guesses the kind of part he played.
Fat guy?
Okay, let's get some of these in here for the list. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, what's up?
How you doing?
I would have to say this is a very good topic, but I think it's personal, according to different people, because a memorable scene could be like, for instance, my most memorable scene of a movie I've seen in the last, 2 years was the Requiem scene of the last, 5 minutes when the whole, ass-to-ass scene and all that, and
right.
When they're doing all that, how do you call it, a whole, everything, it's not like one
the
scene.
Montage.
The montage, that's the word I was looking for. The whole montage with the music in the background, wow, that was incredible. Yeah, that whole thing, yeah. But I would have to say that another memorable scene in the movie for me, I'm only 22, so I'm going to say recent movies was when, in There's Something About Mary, when this guy gets his nuts caught on his pants. That whole scene is amazing, but that's what Hollywood should be like.
It was memorable.
That was really memorable.
Especially for him, yeah.
Yeah, that was really memorable.
Okay,
and,
pal.
From old movies, I would have to say the whole last that scene from Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart in front of the plane. He was looking at you, kid, and all that. That was a great scene.
Okay, got you down. Thanks.
Thanks.
You got it down?
What?
We're not putting Casablanca down. Well, he's got. Are we putting the ass to ass in Requiem?
How about just the end montage from Requiem?
The end montage.
Yeah, I put the ending montage. That's how I had it. That's what I was.
Okay, well, we got to get something for Requiem for a Dream on there, and then of course we had people didn't like that too, including Miguel. Oh. That is so sad. That child, you know what he needs? He needs to be hypnotized and be de-brainwashed. He needs to have his mind purged.
He was trying to get a hold of you yesterday while you were, I guess you had us off, and you were playing the Requiem for a Dream soundtrack. I guess you were recording it.
How the hell did he hear that?
Because we put you in queue to see what you were
doing. If I don't have the return pod open, you can't hear what I'm playing here.
Guess again.
You can?
I guess so.
The return pod is so you can hear us.
Oh, I see. So in other words, okay, great. I'll keep that in mind. So okay, let me see if these frogs that you emailed me, if this, because I got the message on here, but it says note forwarded message attached, and there's nothing there. And I'm looking at it.
I might have to go through some crap because
nah, you did it. You screwed it all up again, George. George screwed it all up.
I just forwarded it. There's nothing to screw up.
Well, it didn't come through.
But okay? Because it's an animation, I might have to go through something. Comes through that there's a message, but you can't get the message, okay? What was the most memorable scene ever in a movie we're asking today? Here's what we got so far. Robert Duvall, Love the Smell of Napalm in the Morning from Apocalypse Now, 24. Horse's Head in the Bed with Jack Waltz from The Godfather, 22. Sharon Stone's Crotch Shot, 17, Basic Instinct. Michael kills Sollozzo and McCloskey at Louis in the Bronx, 16. Fourth Russian Roulette Deer Hunter, 13. Michael settles all family business during baptism in The Godfather. That's already got 13. We just put it on there. What did I tell you? Yep.
What did I tell you? Ned Beatty gets raped in Deliverance, 11, but he sure had the pretty mouth.
That was John Voight.
What's that? Oh, John Voight had the pretty mouth?
Yeah, he's got a real pretty mouth.
Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off, Empire Strikes Back, 10. Shark gets on top of the boat and eats Captain Quentin, Jaws, 9. I'm As Mad as Hell, Network Howard Beale, 8. Travis Bickles, You Talking to Me, and Taxi Driver, 8. The alien explodes out of the guy's chest in Alien, 7. And the shower scene in Psycho, 7. Now, before we do this 1 to 2 hour, I want to, although I guess, we can intersperse in the 1 to 2 hour, but I just want to take a look at how this Hot Couples contest is going. And I can't get on it now. Now I got it. Okay, we got Maggie and Tom, 139, and Aaron and Brandon, 124. We got a good battle there for first place. Alexa and Mandy with 50 are in a solid third, and Natalie and Adam with 28. So we got a hoss race going on. It's going to be good.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM. Buttheads, it's the 1 to 2 hour.
The temperature is 0. It is cold. It is so freaking cold. And I cringe every time the wind blows. In my pants, something is shrinking. I'm so cold I can't lip sync. That's because it's 0, baby. And I cannot feel my toes. There's a tingling in my fingers, and my private parts are froze. Oh, my nose is about to fall off. There's a cloud every time that I talk, and my hands are blue. They are turning numb. They might amputate my thumbs. That's because it's 0, baby. I can barely move my mouth. Oh, no. I'm a red-hot Latin lover. But first I need to be thawed out. Yes, I need to be thawed out. That's because it's 0. Hace frío.
All the world loved Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And now he's back in theaters. And this time, he's traded in his wand for a 44 Magnum. Dirty Harry Potter.
Go ahead, punk. Cast my spell.
Dirty Harry Potter. Nothing is as enchanting as a trigger-happy sociopath bumping off the bad guys with tough guy catchphrases and a little touch of wizardry.
A man's got to know his incantations.
Dirty Harry Potter. He's making his own rules and cleaning up Hogwarts Academy one creep at a time.
I know what you're thinking. Did he cast 6 spells or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most magical handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, Muggle?
Dirty Harry Potter. If it's anything like the first Harry Potter film, it'll make a fistful of dollars.
Dirty Harry Potter is rated IQ 13.
Sentenced to die for a crime he didn't commit.
I don't think there was circumstance.
Now, on the lam, he seeks to clear his name.
I'm a citizenry name. He's always lying.
Only the one-armed man knows the truth. He is the Stoogative.
I could have been free.
Everywhere he goes, the police are at his heels.
There he is, you chucklehead.
Charged with a violent crime. The Stoogative, starring Mo Howard as Detective Gerard.
I wonder where that lunkhead is.
Larry Fine as the one-armed man.
I didn't do it. He's the one.
And Curly Howard as the Stoogative. The Stoogative, rated R for...
Oh, for those nights when you feel like a woman.
Yo, Margot, you feel like a woman?
Yeah, I feel like a woman.
Well, then, let's go get one.
All right.
Hey.
That's the time for Lady Brute.
Yeah, after after a tough day at the precinct, I smell like a man, which I hate. So I splash on some of this stuff, you know? And then I head down to the bar. Hey, you got a problem with that, Sparky?
Lady Brute, when you feel like a woman.
So, Cupcake, hey, you want to dance?
New from Fabergé.
Here's Andrew Dice Clay for Dice-A-Roni.
All right, let's say you're eating. You're sick and f***ing tired of f***ing potatoes and that stovetop shit. Do like me, honey. Eat this. Dice-A-Roni. Come on, it's almost as simple as you. Put the f***ing bag in the f***ing pot and you turn on the f***ing stove. You think you can manage that, honey? Hey, bada bing, the f***ing thing's done. So, remember, Yankee Doodle came to town, riding on a pony, stuck a feather up his ass and called it Dice-A-Roni. Oh!
Dice-A-Roni, the tacky tasteless treat.
Oh!
Over there, son. It's a full-fledged liberal.
Out the door! Out the door! Oh, let me get this one, Dad.
All right, Teddy.
Yes, hunting the wild, raving liberal is just one of the swell things you can do at George Bush Gardens.
George Bush Gardens.
You want rides? Well, George Bush Gardens has them. There's the Pirates of Hud over in Scandal Land, the Civil Rights Carousel. We've got that one running backwards. And, oh, here comes my favorite, Bush Mountain, the world's only flat roller coaster. Oh, there's Danny the Clown.
I'm the vice president, you know.
What a bozo. So visit George Bush Gardens. Come wrapped in an American flag and get in for half price.
George Bush Gardens, every day seems like 4 years.
George Bush Gardens, where every day seems like 4 years, off Interstate 95 in Kennebunkport.
In the mail today, the package was brown and plain. You were looking right at me with eyes that couldn't see. I unwrapped you right there, looked like you could use some air. I was feeling like a chump, 'cause I couldn't find the pump. I said, I might pop you. Private date, so I must have paid. She's rising off the floor. It's like it's a nude with an inner tube, blowing her up for some love. It was all the rage, got my time to gauge. She started to the play, so I was blowing her up for some love. She has bouncy lips made of plastic. She's floating towards the fan. Honeymoon with my girl balloon, blowing her up for some love. She was oh so nice, a provision device. I love to fill her up, so I was blowing her up for some love.
The Axis of Evil. You've heard about it, but until now, you've only heard half the story. Now, you can experience the softer side of evil when you join the Axis of Evil fan club. Not that kind of club, Sodom.
Oh, sorry!
The Axis of Evil fan club has already been approved by the entire population of France. And when you join, we'll send you an autographed 8x10 glossy of one of the evil but lovably wacky nutjobs who runs Iran.
Dear Infidel, best wishes for an untimely death you so very much deserve. Regards, your loving Mullah.
Plus, when you join the Axis of Evil fan club, the dog-eating evildoers of North Korea will include a beautiful Axis of Evil t-shirt with this peace-loving message.
Check it out. It says, I joined the Axis of Evil fan club, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt, so therefore I deserve to die. Whoa, that's so cool!
And best of all, joining is easy. Send no money. Just keep questioning the wisdom of naming names in the war on terrorism, and you're a member of the Axis of Evil fan club. Join today.
Absolutely.
It's 1:11 at 560 WQM. It's our big 1 to 2 hour. I'm enjoying it already, aren't you?
Hold on. Well, I don't want to tell you what I'm doing.
Oh.
But I do have a correction from earlier.
Yes?
That bit that you played is not the one that I put on the best of. It's the other one where it says it looks just like
my
a zero.
whole tonight?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, they're both sensational.
Well, sorry. I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay, well, that's nobody's going to sue you for that. Although I do like them both equal. I like Enrique a lot. Hey, Enrique, love you. Two faxers say hello to my little friend at the end of Scarface, so we better get that on there as well.
Rich.
And also, Goodfellas and Joe Pesci. Do I amuse yous where he shot the kid?
Funny how.
What?
That's from that scene.
Got it? Gonna get those on there?
We got it.
Okay. You just want to get as many as possible because a lot of people won't vote because, their choice won't be on there.
Well, that's their own damn fault for not, calling it in.
No, I didn't take as many. I should have taken a lot more calls. Or we could have done the 1 to 2 hour also, but then that would have cheated us out of these great bits.
Right.
No, what's the point? I want to hear all of this good stuff. I mean, if I'm going to work my ass off, plus the fact that now Miguel is monitoring. What is that all about? You were dubbing stuff from Requiem, and he's listening down there? What is that?
He's not listening. He was insulting and trying to get a hold of you, saying, take that crap off for that movie that sucks when you're playing.
Hey, Miguel, bite it, okay? Here it is, sweetheart. It ain't much, but bite it real hard. The most memorable scene, I'm going to give you the ones in double digits, okay, so far. Most memorable scene of a movie all time. Darth Vader cuts Luke's hand off, Empire Strikes Back 10. Shower scene, Psycho 10. That got on there late. Ned Beatty gets raped, Deliverance 13. Forced Russian roulette in Deer Hunter 14, with apologies to John Voight, who wasn't in it. Michael settles all family business during baptism in The Godfather 17. Sharon Stone's crotch shot in Basic Instinct 18. Michael kills Sollozzo and McCloskey in The Godfather. 2 shots apiece in the head 19. Robert Duvall, I love the smell of napalm in the morning scene. Apocalypse is now 26. And also tied with 26, the horse's head in bed with Jack Waltz in The Godfather. A dead, flat-ass tie. How do you like that?
I like it.
Can't be too bad. Hey, here's a question for you, folks. How low can those interest rates be going? Now Financial Group does the Limbaugh Rock under the lowest refinance rate you ever heard of in your life. How low? 1.95%. It's true. Now you can refinance your home or buy a new home and get an amazingly low 1.95% financing with Financial Group. Call today and find out what it's all about. Call 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND. If you're even thinking about refinancing or buying real estate, call Financial Group at 1-800-940-LEND. Talk about savings. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are a mere $368 a month. If you have yourself a $200,000 loan, you pay only $736 a month. What's not to like? So call Financial Group at 1-800-940-LEND and get you the low rate you've been looking for a coon's age. Call 1.95 or call this number 1-800-940-LEND and get 1.95% financing. He's got these numbers in so many times I can swoon from looking at the page. 1-800-940-LEND. That's Financial Group, equal housing lender. Credit restrictions apply and rates are subject to change monthly. 5.19 APR.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
It's Neil Rogers on 560 QAM.
Would you dance if I asked you to dance?
Okay.
Just for fun. Would you hop on my back?
Yes.
Darling, please make me feel fine. Would you invade my hall tonight?
Absolutely.
Would you tremble if I touched your lips?
Okay.
Would you laugh if I humped your hips? Now I just die if you did the thing I love by invading my hole tonight. It looks just like a zero, baby. I know I might expect some pain. If we danced, would you unbuckle my pants? Would you cry if I held my butt high?
Absolutely.
Oh, darling, please make me feel fine and just invade my hole tonight.
Okay.
Oh, please invade my hole tonight.
I want to give you a kiss. All right.
On the National Geographic Special.
After 14 months at sea, Jacques Cousteau observes subtle changes in his crew's behavior.
As we enter the Sargassosi, I notice that Philippe has removed his wetsuit and slipped into a provocative silk teddy with matching French cut panties. I am aghast, but the entire crew of the Calypso has suddenly changed into peekaboo lingerie and push-up brasiers.
Don't miss the season premiere of The Underwear World of Jacques Cousteau.
The sea is a strange mistress, and so is my first mate, Jean-Claude.
Bonjour, mon capitaine.
Uh-oh.
Tonight on PBS.
It's the all-new Leave It to Beaver, starring Barbara Billingsley, Hugh Beaumont, Tony Dow, and Clint Eastwood as the Beaver.
That's your neat ring you got there, Beaver. I don't see any carrots, Beaver.
Whitey, you idiot. It's 14-karat gold.
What's that you have there, Beaver? Beaver's got a gold ring, Judy. Doesn't look like real gold to me.
Hey, Judy, bite me.
I'm not allowed to bite stuff. I go to an orthodontist.
All right then, Judy. Bite this.
You really showed her, Beaver. Yeah, you really showed her.
America's favorite TV psychic is back with a new twist on his old show.
I'm John Edward. In my new show, I contact the dead and tell their relatives what they're really saying.
It's Crossing Over the Line with John Edward.
Okay, I'm getting something. Older woman, very short, very round, very drunk. I'm getting the name Phyllis.
Oh my God! It's my mother!
Yeah, she wants you to know that I'm getting your husband is cheating on you, and his mistress apparently is not faking it like you do.
Dead people can see all, and now, thanks to John Edward, they're telling all.
Is there a Peter LeBrock here?
Right here, yeah, that's me. Who do you see?
Yeah, I'm getting it like an E. You have a dead brother?
Yeah.
He says you're not fooling anybody.
What?
Your whole family knows that you're a crossdresser.
No!
And you go out late at night as Penelope, is that right?
Crossing Over the Line with John Edward. It's like the Jerry Springer Show with a Ouija board.
See you tomorrow, Howard.
Oh, yeah, you too, Goldie. Have a good day in paradise, okay? Yeah, get lost, you punk, you bother me.
Hey, you Howard, David.
Yeah, that's right. Star a stage screen in paradise. Say, you look like Wilt Chamberlain.
That's 'cause I is Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, but you're dead.
So are you.
I ain't
Now get behind the car.
What for? Why?
I said get moving.
What do you require?
Get back behind the car.
Hey, get hands off the merchandise.
Scream all you want.
All right.
No one but the smokers down here in the garage.
Hey, what do you require of me?
I require you drop your pants. Now.
Now, see here.
Right now.
Okay,
I want those pants dropped down to here.
You like it?
Now bend over.
Oh, okay, on the trunk here? Is that nice?
I said bend over now.
Yes, sir.
Now squeal like a pig. Squeal like a pig.
Okay.
Squeal!
Say, that's kind of nice.
I got to move.
Hey, where you going? Don't I get a dinner?
Will Chamberlain, he raped Howard.
Have you ever had to explain to your parents your offense? I have downloaded things and masturbated against. Seems all the time I'd have my eyes on the boobs and behind. Sick in the mind, but I used to do that all of the time. Every morning, noon, and night I'd hit a porno site. A bona fide perverted sex psycho in my own right. There were places I found with lots of horny bear chicks. So my desktop got those JPEGs, all 20 gigs. Until one day my mother discovered this filthy porno lover. Kicked me right in the behind, told me my mind's in the gutter. And she told my dad about the stuff on my Dell. My computer made me a loser and could land me in hell. I'm sorry, Mama. I never thought that you could view all those naked girls and guys. So tonight, I'm cleaning out my hard drive. One more time. I'm sorry, Mama. I never thought that you could view all those naked girls and guys. So tonight, I'm cleaning out my hard drive.
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story, we take a good, hard, stiff look into stardom. When a woman has only one hit song, she can either give up the business and work in retail, or simply marry Paul Simon and give a big you to the world. Way to go, Edie Brickell.
What I am is what I am, you, what you are, or what?
Well, I remember when I first recorded What I Am. I had been playing the clubs with my band, the New Bohemians, of course, and, well...
Yeah, that's really interesting, Edie. So what's Paul Simon like in the sack?
What?
He seems like kind of a nebbish, you know, but sometimes those short, neurotic guys have a pretty decent package.
Look, could we, out of respect, talk about music?
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's talk about music.
Okay, thank you.
That Paul Simon sure is some songwriter. I love You Can Call Me Al.
Hey, look, cut that out!
You're right, Edie. I'm sorry. Let's talk about you.
All right, then. As I was saying...
What a f***ing brilliant idea. I mean, you have one hit, you can tell your career's going down the tubes, so what do? You bang a legend. My hat's off to you, babe.
You know what? I'm going to sue you people.
Tell the truth. Has Garfunkel ever come over for a three-way?
Go to hell!
Edie Brickell. It's so easy to piss her off. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight on Inside the Behind.
Hey there, coconut heads. It's me, Janet Boobs of Granite Reno, and I am hot, man. I am P.O.'d. Just plain old hacked off. What in the name of Sam Hill happened is what I want to know. First they had trouble with dangling chads. Now they got these touchscreen jobbies that don't work worth a crap. I think they got them from JetBlue. There's some of them old ones they used to play electronic poker on. I mean, heavens to Betsy, this is voting. It's serious. I know that after the recount, I will be the victor. Actually, let me clarify. I will still be Janet, but I'll also be Victor. Capiche? I got half a mind to get in my red Toyota 4x4 pickup and head down to Havana. I'll load up some locals and put this thing over the top. The biggest problems were in Dade and Broward counties, two of my strongest areas. I mean, I personally slept with over 4,000 men and women in those aforementioned areas, which should have secured me certain victory. But instead, I gotta put a hold ski on my new victory party. Ah, hammers and nails, I'm freaking. Not to mention, in the middle of this whole mess of crap, one of my beans went bad on me. I'll bet you dollars to donuts that little bastard Ilian Gonzalez had something to do with this. Either that or that Dan Marino. I never bought into that whole isotoner glove dealy, Bab. You ain't heard the last from Janet Boobs at Granite Reno, Florida.
That's for damn sure. Speaking of Alien, we haven't heard Sister Jean in a coon's age either, you know?
No, I'm jonesing.
It may be coming up. 127, let's see, on the movie pool, what the most memorable movie scene of all time, 30-30. Look at that.
About 30, man.
For both of them. Horses Head in Bed with Jack Waltz in The Godfather, 30. Robert Duvall, I love the smell of something in the morning, napalm, also got 30. Top 5, 3 of them are from The Godfather. You ready for that? Michael settles all family business during the baptism, got 24 already. That went on very late. Sharon Stone's crotch shot, 20 in Basic Instinct. And Michael kills Salazzo and McCloskey while they were enjoying that delicious veal, has got 20. Hey, if you're in a dead-end job, is college maybe too expensive and you certainly don't have 4 years to wait for a life to come along? If you can't afford $10 a month and commit yourself to 3 nights a week for 4 months, fast track it up, you achieve a new high-paying computer career. That's right. Just $10 a month and 3 nights a week for only 4 months for individuals who qualify. So call our friends at Fast Train. They'll give you all the details with no obligation. Call 866-FAST-TRAIN. And because they got 4 locations in South Florida, there's bound to be one close by you. They're in Miami, Kendall, Pembroke Pines, and now in Fort Lauderdale as well. Fast Train offers day, evening, and weekend schedules, job placement, and hands-on training. So call Fast Train today and talk to a trained career counselor. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. You'll be amazed at how much cash you can start raking in real soon. Fast Train's deferred payment is valid for a year. Regular payments apply thereafter. Whether you're a high school student on summer break, somebody in other underpaid dead-end job like Beaner Boy, or just looking to increase your net worth, call Fast Train today, toll-free, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Be sure and tell them that Todd Dreck told you to make that call, or check them on the World Wide Wicked Web at fasttrain.com.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
Checkered pants.
Sister Jean, the dancing machine, a swinging nun with happy feet, just the guided to the beat. Sister Jean, the dancing machine, Sister Jean is making the scene. Daddy Catholic doctoring, for a gal who ain't too lean. She can shake that pasty meat.
She's quite a sight of black and white, looking like a real cool dancing fool. Look at her go, swinging high and low, with her boyfriend Father O'Toole.
Sister Jean, the dancing machine, dancing ain't her only thing. She'll knock you off your feet when you hear her wailing sing.
I got a bad habit of jumping like a rabbit when the music turns me on. I know it sounds happy, but I'm so goddamn happy that Cuban Kid is gone.
Sister Jean, a swinging nun, a shaking, bouncing ton of fun. That ain't bad for 85. Man, that nun can really fly. Sister Jean, the dancing machine. 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 The dancing machine.
Did you ever think when you eat Chinese, it ain't pork or chicken but a fat Siamese? Yet the food tastes great so you don't complain. But that's not chicken in your chicken chow mein. Seems to me I ordered sweet and sour pork, but Garfield's on my fork. He's furring here on my fork. There's a cat in the kettle at the Peking Moon, the place that I eat every day at noon. They can feed your cat and you'll never know. Once they wrap it up in dough, boys, they fry it real crisp in dough. Shaolin asked if I wanted more as he was dialing up his buddy at the old pet store. I said, not today, I lost my appetite. There's 2 cats in my belly and they want to fight. I was sucking on a roll-it and a Tums or 2 when I swear I heard it mew. And that is when I knew. There's a cat in the kettle at the Peking Moon. Think I gotta stop eating there at noon. They say that it's beef or fish or pork, but it's purring there on my fork. There's a hairball on my fork.
Are you a terrorist who started paying outrageous prices for your tools of wanton destruction? Then come to Crazy Ahmed's Discount Terrorism Warehouse. Hey, even though you're a deranged Islamic fundamentalist killing machine, you still know a bargain when you see one. All weekend long, it's a big car bomb blowout spectacular. Buy a car packed with over 1,000 pounds of explosives, get free air conditioning. Because when you're getting ready to drive into a building and blow your head off, you want to be cool and comfortable. How can I do this? I'm crazy, just like you. Today only, buy 1 ski mask, get 5 free. Available in black, red, turquoise, and taupe. Because when you're confronting the great Satan known as the United States, you want to look sharp. Pipe bombs? We got the pipe bombs. Pipe bombs filled with so much shrapnel, your evil American targets will be whistling Dixie out the other side of their ass. Buy one pipe bomb, get a set of brass knuckles free. Perfect for the next time you catch your wife without her veil. Cover your face, blaspheming Jezebel slut! So come to Crazy Ahmed's Discount Terrorism Warehouse, where we're declaring holy war on prices. Praise Allah!
Well, I got no choice, because I'm a boy. In my corduroys, I expose my toys. Well, it might salute you if you give it a pat, and I might use it as a baseball bat. I cruise out for summer.
Absolutely.
I cruise out in hot weather. I cruise by in freely. No constriction feels so good. See you round your neighborhood. Well, I got no class, and I got no principles, and I got no intelligence. In fact, I'm out of my mind. I choose out for soda. I choose out in hot weather.
All right.
I'm exposed completely.
21 till 2 at 560 QM. I got a battle, but not as tight as it was on the Hot Couple contest. Maggie and Tom, 158 votes. Aaron and Brandon, 132. They need to get it up.
Okay.
Alexa and Mandy, 51. They're a solid third, Alexa and Mandy. And Natalie and Adam, 32. Or Adrian, I'm sorry. Sorry, Adrian. Yo, Adrian. And Rich and Cheryl got 31. They keep trying. They're persistent. Persistence will pay off someday. You know what I'm saying?
No, what?
I don't know. How's Beaner Boy? Is he gone yet or what?
No, he got a continuance, I told you.
I know, but I'm just hoping you get the hell out of there so when I'm dubbing stuff later on, I wonder if a Beaner Boy's listening when I'm dubbing. Not that I really care. What difference does it make? Maybe I'll do like a little miniature show in the middle, too, just in case.
That'd be great.
What a schmuck. Man, I can't believe it. Talk about too much time on your hands.
Nah, that was Miguel. Miguel came in and asked me if you were still around, and I told him, well, I don't know, hit Q button and see.
For what? What the hell did he want?
A date. He said he'd tell you today.
He wanted a date? Damn it! My luck. You know what I'm saying? All these years. What time is it now? Nah, he's not that good. Believe me, I can walk outside right now, Miguel. I hate to break the news to you, sweetheart. You're old meat. You know when it comes.
Anyway.
What is it?
He's off today anyway.
Oh, I bet he's off. When time comes to have your carpets looking just like brand new, you want to have them dry cleaned, and the only people in the world do that, my good friends at Dry Concepts. Over 20 years they've been doing my carpets. In fact, a week ago today, they were in my house, and the rumor is that they did a spectacular job, as always. Dry Concepts, the number one carpet cleaning company for a long time in town. The only one, like I said, that dry cleans your carpets because it's an exclusive patented method that sucks out the deep down dirt and makes your carpets look and smell and feel just like you had brand new laid. And right now, Dry Concepts offers you a chance to save 15% on your next carpet cleaning. Just call Dry Concepts toll free. 1-800-248-5071 has to be put on their standby list. And then Dry Concepts will call you the next time they have an opening in their schedule. Just like when you fly standby, it's the same kind of a deal. If you're available when they have an opening, they'll knock 15% off the price. So call Dry Concepts today and ask to be put on their standby list. They might even have an opening for you on the same day you call, and that'll save you 15% off the already outstandingly low price of the job. And speaking of price, don't forget, they give you a guaranteed written price before they start the work. So call them today. They'll never let you down for a stupendous job and having your carpets and drapery and upholstery looking just like brand new. Call Dry Concepts at 1-800-248-5071.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
You, or are you touching me?
I can tell where you end and I begin.
My skin is your skin.
We are one.
Is that I who dealt it, or you who smelt it?
Well, it wasn't me.
Was two.
Was not.
Was two.
Calvin Klein's repulsion.
Oh, the smell of it.
And now the League of Retarded Citizens will perform their rendition of Green Onions. Don't make fun. They worked very hard for this.
Once you found political life's got you down, and prime ministers just not enough, and you find Americans all stupid, and their presidents daft, then you know it's time to move ahead. 200,000 troops have now been sent by the U.S., with 50,000 British troops in place. The coalition now has 40 countries, more or less, and 15 who don't want to give their names. The Prime Minister will soon be asked politely to leave. His job is done, so why now should he care? Having tea with the Carlyle Group and weekly will be the delightful Mr. Tony Blair. The coalition's there to watch our back for the attack, as a show of support and their good faith. And with Bulgaria, Ethiopia, and of course Uzbekistan, our credibility goes quite a way. In the boardroom of the Carlyle Group, John Major will be there, with Mr. Blair deciding what to pick. We have a lovely buffet of cocktail, shrimp and pate, or would you like some of my spotted dick?
Look out, Saddam Hussein. Look out, Saddam Hussein. George Bush has got your name. Look out, Saddam Hussein. He says we know just what you're doing. Look out, Saddam Hussein. You've been a very naughty boy. A very naughty boy. Trying to build a bunch of nukes. Oh, Saddam, he'll get you. He'll get you. He's got some missiles pointed at you, and he'd love to bomb Iraq. Back into the Middle Ages, he'd love to. He'd love to, love to, love to, love to. George W. is the president. He is the president. And Congress wants him to explain. Wants him to explain. They say, what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? He says, we're gonna take him out. Gonna take him out. We're gonna go and get this Hussein bomb. Saddam, he'd love to. He'd love to. Shoot a bunch of missiles at you. Yeah, he'd love to bomb Iraq. Back into the Middle Ages, he'd love to. He'd love to, love to, love to, love to. Love to bomb Iraq. He'd love to, love to, love to, love to. Love to bomb
560 WQAM presents the Opie and Anthony Show with Mo Howard David. This is Opie.
And I'm Anthony. Yeah, wait a minute. It's me with the low voice.
Oh.
Yeah, you got the affected voice.
Okay.
Hi, Anthony.
Yeah, hi, Opie, and let's not forget our old pal Mo Howard David.
Yeah, I was wondering how long it would take for you two punks to get around to me. I really hit the big time, huh? Here I am with the Opie and Anthony.
Hey, Mo.
What?
Take off your pants.
Yeah, we're gonna rape you now. You gotta be kidding me. This is a family show.
Wrong. This is the Go Pee on Anthony show. Now, come on,
I
stretch.
thought you guys only did that in church.
Yeah.
Hey, get your hands out of it.
Get out of there.
Shut up and submit. That's my delicates. Don't touch my delicates. I'm tender. Why does everybody want to rape me?
Why? Because we think it's funny, that's why.
Yeah, you got a nice back. I got news for you, Pally. I'm still spry. I ought to mobilize you. Out.
Oh.
I got his hands tied, Opie.
Oh.
Want the red ball?
No, not for this. All right, Mo, open wide for Chunky.
Let's sing that together now, shall we?
Okay.
Open wide for Chunky.
All right, stop spanking, Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, use your lips. No teeth. No teeth. Up. I said no teeth.
Sorry, ready for some medieval love.
You're not the boss of me now. Yeah, I really sound like that Mitsubishi guy now, don't I?
For the gift.
Well done. Okay, take it away, Mo. See you later. Thanks.
What? You're just going to leave me here? We'll be right back. On 560. Absolutely.
See the nice way I chopped that at the end?
Nice.
Oh, well, nothing's perfect. 151 at 560 WQM. We got a good battle there. What was the most memorable movie scene of all time? Robert Duvall. I love the smell of something in the morning from Apocalypse Now. I got to go out there and get that right now. 33. Horses Head into Bed with Jack Walsh in The Godfather, 31. Michael settles all family business during the baptism, 25, but it's moving up there fast. Sharon Stone's Crotch Shot, 23. And Michael kills Saluzzo and McCloskey and Louise, 21. Everybody else under 20. Got it?
Got it.
8 minutes till 2. We got the Mad Dog today at 2. In fact, we got close to a real schedule today for most of the day. Mad Dog at 2, Hank at 4. 7 o'clock, you got the big.
Oh!
Then we got the Major League All-Star game, 8 o'clock tonight. Eddie K follows the baseball game. Joe and Mark overnight, 2 to 5 a.m. And the newly re-signed Mo Howard David at 5 a.m.
Absolutely.
How many more years do you think he's going to want to get up, like 3 o'clock in the morning?
About 30, man.
I want to tell you, great place anytime. When they're open anyway, the Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet. Get the whole gang together real soon. Get everybody in the orifice together. All your families, relatives, friends, whoever, strangers off the street. Head for the Emerald Coast because I guarantee one thing. You'll leave there with a big smile on your puss, and you'll be gesund and puppig, as they say in Red China. They got 3 locations for you. They're in Sunrise, North Miami Beach, and the newest location is in Pembroke Pines. Start out by trying 1 or 2 or 3 or all of their 6 great soups, and then try a whole bunch of fantastic entrees, not just Oriental stuff, but all kinds of other goodies too, like New York strip steak made to order at the Gourmet Center. That's their sizzling Asian grill featuring grilled shrimp scampi style, jumbo scallops wrapped in bacon, and their new seafood Saint-Jacques. If that isn't enough to keep you full, try the new Dungeness crab and ginger and scallions, hand-carved prime rib cooked to order just the way you like it, and the new Oriental chicken salad. Don't ever forget, what sets them apart from all the other Chinese restaurants, they don't use any MSG, no cornstarch, no crap, and they cook only with cholesterol-free oils at the Emerald Coast. And if you have any room left at the end, they got a full dessert station featuring pies and cakes, pastries, ice cream with all your favorite toppings, and fresh fruit as well. A perfect ending to a gigantic pig up. You'll find the Emerald Coast in Sunrise, Pine Island of 44th Street. They're on Collins Avenue, just north of 163rd, North Miami Beach, and at the intersection of Flamingo and Pembroke Roads in Pembroke Pines. Let them do the cooking for you at the Emerald Coast. Take-out delivery available, too. Call 954-572-3822. 954-572-3822 for info on the unbeatable Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
First, there was Ben and Jerry. Now there's something new.
Hi, I'm Neil.
And I'm Bob. Have a taste? Yes, new Neil and Bob's Gourmet Ice Cream. With exciting new flavors like Fudgicle Surprise, Blueberry, and Sorbet Hind. Neil and Bob's Gourmet Ice Cream. Have a lick.
The Middle Eastern world will be exploded. Saddam had people killed with the gas that we sold him. First time aggressor nation and the only one that's growing. Now more blood will be spilled to get that oil flowing. Forget about Korea and the nukes they're toting, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our head that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. $3,000 people killed are now forgotten. Let's exploit them instead. Hey, there's oil to be gotten. Going after Saddam to placate Osama. There's no longer mention of the name Bin Laden, but no one seems concerned. All comfy and complacent, believing every word of this cartel administration that controls us by fear through media manipulation. And the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. The loss of civil rights is the price that we're paying. We're all suspects now, Nazi Ashcroft is saying. I have nothing to hide, table talkers all are saying. Blind obedient cattle don't have any reservation. Without unprovoked battle and world annihilation, old regimes must fall and Halliburton installed with no objection at all. Democrats don't have the balls, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our brainwashed heads. Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. Only Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
Horses heading to bed. Jack Wald's cartoon. One vote up. They got 34. Robert Duvall and his napalm 33. We got a battle going on there. And not too bad of a battle on the hot couple contest. Not as tight as it was, but it's fairly tight, if you catch my drift. Maggie and Tom, 166. Aaron and Brandon, 139. Alexa and Mandy, 53. And Natalie and Adrian, Adrian got 34. Not too bad, huh? 18 couples?
No, it's great.
Not too bad. Mad Dog's coming up next. He ain't too bad.
Bye, bye, bye! The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I love eating nuts.
You're gay.